Ricky, what's your like history with trick or treating and or Halloween candy? Like, is that do you have like a
Ooh,
yeah?
that's a really good question. I love trick or treating. Big trick or treater growing up.
Currently.
Yeah, he's
Well,
like
currently,
actively
of course,
trick or
yes,
treating.
but also
Like
growing
he's
up.
planning for
Yeah.
it 3 weeks from now. Yeah, yeah, fuck yeah.
I don't know. Like, I feel like all of us sort of grew up at a time that was like pretty conducive to trick or treating because it was like definitely before the whole like trunk or treat thing,
Yeah.
which has sort of like cropped up recently. But yeah, so like, I've like always lived in apartments. So yeah, I don't know. I just walk. That was the tradition was like walking around the apartment getting candy. I think as I got older, or not like older, but like we moved from like a nicer apartment into like I don't know. We moved around a bit, and so the new place we were at was like more difficult to sort of like go trick or treating at because it was like they weren't like standalone units or not standalones, but like you couldn't like walk up to people's doorways. You had to like go through like the different like
Yeah.
security systems or whatever to get into their buildings. So like I would go over to my aunt's house and then trick or treat in like her neighborhood.
Nice.
And one time when trick or treating, this was when I was in, I think 8th grade. I was just like trick or treating, and I got to my principal's house, and I didn't know it was my principal's house. Just trick or treating for fun, whatever. And his wife opened the door, and she knew me as well because she. I don't know if she was a superintendent. I know she also worked at the school in like an administrative capacity, right? And so she was like, "Oh my God, Rick, this is great. We're gonna play a joke on him." I was like, "Yeah, okay, sure." And she was like, "Go ahead and get in the closet." I was like, "Yeah,
Oh my
fine."
God.
No,
no. So she like opens the door, opens the closet door. I hop in, and then like she closes it. She closes the door, and she was like, "Oh," like she told. I don't think I was with my mom because I know my mom would have like freaked the fuck out at that. I think I was with my aunt at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like she told my aunt, she was like, "Oh hey, I'm gonna like go back. Can you like knock on the door in like like a minute or like a little under a minute or whatever?" And so like she does, and so like she sent like her husband up to answer the door, and as he answers the door, I do like I like stuck my arm out and like grabbed his arm. He was like, "Oh!"
You
did the Skinnamarink.
Freaking out for a second.
Yeah.
You could have
I did
actually
the
killed
Skinnamarink to him. Yeah.
Like he could have had a heart
I
attack
could've.
and died right there.
Listen, he was an older fella, right? He had enough white hairs on his head that, it would have been.
I gotta say,
I don't know.
I have to say, I totally queued this up. I like totally like was like, this is a great opportunity for Ricky to talk about how his mom was a fucking Christian freak who didn't let him do anything again. Like after the TV conversation last week, where you were like, we didn't have a TV until I was 12 or whatever you said. Like I was like, oh,
No,
there's no way she
I had
let
a
him go
TV for
trick-or-treating.
like 3 months of my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she tried to like stop me, but also, I mean, I'm a child. I would like, I could make myself very miserable, and I could make her like her time being at home with me also very miserable. And I feel like maybe she tried to keep me back from trick or treating 1 year, and
then,
it just never happened.
She
again.
was like,
She's like, it's not worth it. Get him out of that
Yes,
damn house.
Yeah. Although honestly, I think a lot of a lot of the smothering only happened once I started getting more agency. So like trick or treating is definitely like when you're young enough that you don't have any agency, right? And then like by the time that I got old enough that I did like middle school, right? That was when like I would go like trick or treating with my aunt. So like it was just it's a lot different, And that was the aunt that my mom hated. So like she would just like drop me off and then like leave because she just didn't want to spend any time with her. And I was like, all right, cool.
Classic.
But she was cool. Shout out Aunt Alice.
Shout out Alice.
Aunt Owie, as I used to call her,
That's so
because I couldn't
cute.
pronounce Alice.
What about
Yeah.
so
But that's my trick or treating experience. What about you guys?
August, please?
Huh? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Go for it. Yeah, if you want.
I was just
Don't be nervous. No one listens to this show. It's okay.
yeah, no, that's
it's
fair.
really fun.
That's fair.
We reassured you of that before.
I know. When I was a kid, when we were like really young, like pre 10 years old, maybe even pre like 8 years old, my mom or my dad would go with us. We always used pillowcases for our like candy sack. Other kids had like fancy like jack-o'-lantern shaped like
Mhm.
plat. We just used pillowcases.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, as we're like walking in between houses, we would beat the shit out of each other with the pillowcases.
Mhm.
Right.
But after
Halloween
probably
tradition.
real.
Yeah.
After probably like 7 or 8 years old, my parents never came with us. We just went alone, and it was literally just like running around causing problems in the neighborhood.
Hell yeah.
There was
It's
one
mischief night.
yeah, there was one guy on our street, in the house that I grew up in first, which we moved after second grade, but there was a guy on that street who like he would go all out. Like he had the like animatronic like guys and stuff
Hell
and the
yeah.
spooky music and the fog machine and everything. And I was always too scared to go up to his house because he would like jump out and like scream at the kids and stuff like that. And it scared the fuck out of me. Even from across the street, I was like, no, there's no way. But yeah, we mostly went on our own, and I wasn't really a candy kid. Like I didn't like sweets that much. So I would get this like big sack of candy. I would pick out like 5 or 10 pieces that I really wanted. And I had to do that because for the rest of the year, my dad would just be eating our Halloween candy. Like we would have our sacks of candy in the pantry, and I would go to it like 3 months later. If I'm like, I really want a Tootsie Roll or something, I'd go in there and it was literally fucking empty because Wolfgang had already eaten all of it in the middle of the night. Because he would get stoned and get munchies and just eat our Halloween candy.
Also classic.
Yeah. Anti shout out to Wolfgang.
Like as an adult,
Yeah.
I relate way
Yeah.
more to that now.
Yeah,
I'm like,
true.
yeah, I get it.
So wait,
You're
so
like,
you,
I would also do that to kids.
so you
yeah, because I
mentioned
buy Halloween candy now just so I can do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And then
That's
3
so
months
funny.
so
later,
you
I
can
go,
keep your
who the fuck
porch
ate
light
all this
off.
candy?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you mentioned picking out the candy that you wanted because you didn't like sweets a
Yeah.
lot. Couldn't be me.
Yes,
but
dude,
what did
we
you
sorted.
like? Yeah. I sorted too.
I was
but
so obsessive. Every time we would get back, I would literally spend hours like sorting all my candy. I really liked I would take, if there were any Kit Kats, I would take like one Kit Kat because I like the crunch. Any of those little like crunch bars, I like those too. And then anything sour, like if someone gave a mini pack
Yeah.
of like sour Skittles, that was like the best day of my life. Not really that much other stuff. You know the they were like Tootsie Rolls, but they were fruit flavors.
Yeah, the like colorful ones. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I liked I don't know that I necessarily liked the way they tasted, but I just thought they looked nice, so I always
Yeah.
kept them in my
They
collection.
were like pastel.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like butterscotch.
Yeah.
I like
The like blue one of those. I think the Tootsie Roll itself is white, but the blue it's such a pretty blue color.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a periwinkle kind of? It's
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
yeah.
I think there's like two because it's like the background is like a lighter blue, and then like it's got a real striking one over top. And yeah, I would also keep those. And every so often, I'd be like, oh well, it's gotta taste good, and I would eat it and just be like,
And it doesn't. It doesn't really
yes,
taste
it's
good
just
at
so
all.
bad.
Marketing.
Yeah.
But like you never see those in stores. I felt like
No.
I didn't even know where people were
It's
buying
because they're in a
those.
pack
So
of
it was
like
always
75 other candies for like
yeah,
$5,
that's
you
true.
know, the
That's
10
true. You
pounds.
can't just
Yeah,
buy them
yeah.
on their own. Yeah. Yeah, I my favorite part of trick or treating was running around the neighborhood at night, and also just seeing all the different kinds of candy that you never see.
Yeah, you're like,
any
where'd
other
you even
time of
fucking
year.
get this? Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
yeah.
Kmart
Or like the
branded
old ladies
chocolate.
who give
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
yeah, the old ladies who give you the like mini pack of popcorn or whatever.
Yeah.
I had an old lady
Yeah,
who would give
yeah.
out toothbrushes and toothpaste.
She knew. She was like,
Which
"These
I was
fucking
like-
kids." Yeah.
No, it was smart, but as a kid I was like, this is literally trash.
Yeah.
Like why would you
Yeah,
give this
yeah.
to me?
Yeah.
As a kid, I'm like, I'm going to egg your house because of
Yeah.
it.
I'm coming back.
You want to live healthy? Here's some eggs. You like them
Like-
sunny side up or scrambled? Like, have fun wiping that
Brutal.
off your window, buddy.
Absolutely,
Like,
Bruce. She was like 80,
Yeah.
bro.
I asked about this because I just picked up some Reese's Skeletons, which are new, I think, this year. I have not seen them before. So like everybody loves the pumpkins or the bats or like any of the Reese's, like the ones, you know, the special ones, because of the ratio. But I sometimes I'm someone who likes, I'm like, if I'm gonna eat something, I want to eat 6 or 8 of them. And so like the Skeletons are like they're a good mix. They're bigger than the mini cups, you know. So the ratio is still more akin to that of the the pumpkins and whatever, but they're a little bit more like
Mm.
they're not such a meal out of them, so they're a lot more like
Yeah.
poppable, which I like. So I'm gonna be crunching on this
Very
episode
nice.
over them. So big Reese's fan, favorite candy,
Yeah,
classic.
Fair enough. Fair
know.
enough.
But yeah,
You have to tell us about your trick or treating experience, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Share.
I also was a pillowcase kid. I don't think I ever went with I have, older brothers, but they were significantly older than me, so I don't think we ever really went like just us. I was always with my parents. But yeah, and then around like 10, 11, 12, I started to go with friends more frequently, which was fun, but yeah, I don't have like a really strong, like, I don't have any like major standout memories of trick or treating. I do remember sorting the candy.
Yeah.
Like the sorting was the fun part at the end of the night, to be like,
Yeah.
I've got 60 pounds of candy here. Like, this is my weight in, Skittles or whatever the fuck. So that part's fun. Yeah.
Hoarding the candy was always my favorite. I didn't
Yeah.
like sort it so much as I would just dump all of it out
Yeah.
and then
and like
admire. I'd be like, look,
like,
look,
look
you're like
at
Scrooge
it.
McDuck,
throw it into the
like
air.
throwing it
Yeah.
over yourself. Yeah.
I'm trying to like
So
jump
funny.
into it. You know?
Yeah. I did like dressing up. I like costumes. I'm more of a Halloween party fan. I took
Yeah.
I took my for Big Brothers Big Sisters a few years ago. I took Zane. Shout out Zane. I took him
Shout out Zane.
trick or treating, and I was like, "Damn, this sucks a lot more than I thought it did." Like, I can understand why
Yeah.
parents don't love it. It's fun, if you like a kid, of course, but it is like it's a lot more of a slog. And I feel like you mentioned trunk or treat, Ricky, and it's like, yeah, the kind of the vibe is off, and I don't think it's just because we're adults now. I feel like things are not as many people
No,
participate.
it's very different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I also think that child safety is like much more of a thing now
Yeah,
than it was. At least for me,
For
my
good and
parents
bad.
did not give a fuck.
yeah.
They were like, get out of the house. Like,
yeah,
go have fun. Don't come back for a couple. You know what I mean? Like, my parents wanted me gone.
yeah.
Now it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if your kid's out of your sight for like 5 minutes, it's like freaky.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I mean, kind of for good reason though. I mean,
no,
all that-
yeah, I don't think they're
yeah.
wrong necessarily, but it does definitely change the vibe,
yeah,
I think.
yeah.
for sure.
It is different, and it's kind of funny too, because like kids would be more connected now with the cell phone, so it's like I feel like you should be like on a community night like Halloween, like, yeah, you don't want to let like a 5-year-old out alone, but like a 10, 12-year-old,
Yeah.
like you would think that packs of 12-year-olds going out should be safe if they have a phone, but
Packs of 12-year-olds.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
No,
packs
I
of bad
get it.
seeds,
Yeah.
yeah,
I get it.
But-
I get
Yeah,
both
yeah.
sides of it, I think.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
never going to have kids, but like if I had a kid, it would probably scare me to send them to strangers' front doors.
That's fair.
100%. I mean, it's also just like having them be out at night.
The car
like,
safety.
alone.
Thing is,
The
yeah.
car safety
Oh,
it becomes
yeah.
really tough.
Yeah.
And like, because even in broad daylight, like that's a gamble. Our country is built around cars.
But
so-
you're not going out
Yeah.
alone.
Everything
Like, you're
comes
going with your
secondary.
friends, right? Like most kids would go with friends when they're trick or treating,
Right,
Yeah.
right. Hopefully, yeah.
which
yeah.
feels safer.
But I mean, also, it's just
yeah,
yeah. I don't know. The whole car thing really just freaks me out now. Like, I mean, I'm someone who does want kids, and like, I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous. Like, it seems like there's almost no neighborhoods where, or not many neighborhoods where that's like widely available. Like that you can just sort of like walk around and like, I don't know. I mean, like around here, there's many areas where there's just no sidewalk, so it's like, okay, they have
Yeah.
to walk in the street, and it's like,
yeah, where I live, there's
I'm-
no sidewalks either.
there's
Yeah, it's like,
great
I'm not having my kid walk in
suburbs
the street.
though in Bleep where Ricky lives. There are some really good, like there are some choice ass places to go trick or treating in that town specifically.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But
I lived
think
it.
That's,
I walked
that's
it.
Why... yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. I think that's like the same thing with like when I'm in like a different when,
Yeah.
like, I'd moved to a different apartment, like it's like going to like a new neighborhood for that, and like I can see why parents wouldn't want to do that.
Sure.
Or and that's where trunk and treat definitely sort of like becomes a pretty big appeal, because you can just say
Mhm.
like, hey, we're all pulling up the Home Depot parking lot. If you want to be, if you don't want to be talked about after like the next PTA meeting, you're also going to be there and like giving out candy to all the kids. And it's like, okay, cool.
Fair.
So
Yeah.
you can just guilt trip all of the parents in the school or whatever, like, group to sort
Yeah.
of
I guess
contribute.
it's kind of like why the trick or treat thing, like I get that there's safety reasons for it. It just feels like, why not instead close down streets? Like, or you know what I mean? Like there are municipal, like downtown Bleep, and downtown Bloop, where I live, like all, like they close off streets at certain times for like festivals or markets or like just during certain times of the year. It's like, why not do that for like busy suburbs so that kids can be safe? You know what I mean? Like,
and like the town we grew up in, Lane, they now, I don't know if they did this when we were kids, but the past probably like 10 years, they've been doing it where, because there's the little downtown area with all the shops and stuff. They do a trick or treat
with the businesses.
I think a couple days before Halloween with the businesses where you can just go and it's closed down. I think that's really nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a little better than like going to the car, I feel like. Because at least you're walking around, you're seeing different stuff, you know, so.
You're getting the experience of like ringing a doorbell and having someone be like, well, don't you look scary?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And also, I mean, that's a big thing because, like, I mean, older people especially would not want to participate in trunk or treat, right? Because it's like, why should they have to leave?
Well, they don't have kids. Versus... so
right, yeah. So like, you can't like guilt trip them into it. But then like with the whole shutting down streets,
Ricky
thing,
would be
like,
the fucking PTA menace. Are you kidding me? You
this
sound
is so funny.
I am a menace. I am, yeah. Well, with I don't know, with the whole shutting down streets thing, it's like, well, if the street is like busy enough that like you would want to shut it down for this, that's the exact street that people would be like, oh, that street's too busy to shut down, like, ever. And it's like, okay,
well, they shut
like,
down.
Great, man. You know, it's just so.
They shut down the main drag in downtown Bleep where you live, Ricky. They shut down
in my area.
Not for Halloween.
I think that's a very unique situation.
Maybe, but
like I don't think you could do that in another similarly sized town.
I don't know.
You need a very different demographic from like
a lot of places.
The reason why it works here is because it has a very unique demographic. You know, I've
been to plenty of like similarly sized downtowns where they'll shut down for like a jazz night or so. Like they'll shut down for like, you know, a festival, like, or like it's like, oh, it's the third Thursday of the month. We're gonna let people do outdoor dining in the street, like that kind of thing. So I feel like it's doable.
Yeah,
have hope. No doomerism here. We have to, you know,
It's not even doomers. I don't know. I'm trying to be. I don't know.
Trying to be realistic. During our podcast, the most hope-filled, hope-pilled.
We Want a Whale.
During my We Want a Whale.
Real bad seed behavior.
Yeah. This is We Want to Watch. I'm Lane, and that's Ricky. And we have a special guest on today for We Want a Whale, and also for our 100th episode. I keep forgetting to hype this up, but this is our 100th episode, which is fucking crazy.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Yes.
Wow.
Our guest is August.
So fancy.
Childhood friend of me, current friend of Ricky, and me as well. You used to be my friend, but you still are.
We're actually not friends. Me and Lane actually don't talk anymore, but me and Ricky are tight.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You're triangulating.
Beloved month of the year as well.
Yes, beloved
if you've
month.
Ever heard of it, guys?
Yeah. Is August. Thanks for joining. This is fun.
I'm excited.
Me too.
I have so many thoughts and feelings about this movie.
Yes. So
I also have thoughts and feelings.
Okay, hang on. Before you get into the shit. Before you get into the shit.
I can't.
Don't start.
Okay.
Start.
Whatever you want me to, Lane. Yeah.
Before we get into it, I got to do the table setting. So this week was an August auteur. That's what we landed on, right? Auteur.
Hell yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Fake word. Similar spelling to the word August, I guess. It starts with the same two letters, but they don't actually make the same sound, so it's kind of anyway.
Alliteration counts.
Yeah. It counts. Yeah. From 1956, we watched The Bad Seed, directed by Mervyn LeRoy. So this was a movie that, like, 2 years ago, August, you were like, you have to watch The Bad Seed. Have you ever seen that? And I was like, I don't think so. And then this podcast started, and I was like, you should come on and we should talk about that movie. And then a year later...
I don't know where we found this movie, but me and my sibling and my cousin, who like basically lived with us part-time growing up, were when I was like 7, when I was like the age of the girl in this movie, I was obsessed with this movie.
Hell yeah.
We watched
it. That's so
fucking
cool. I wish that could be me.
Dude, the movie is so quotable in some And now
Yeah,
watching it as
yeah.
an adult, I know we'll talk about this more, but like as a kid, I was like, this movie's so funny. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? And then as an adult, I rewatched it and I was like, this is so
Crazy.
fucked.
Yeah.
Like, this is,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Mhm.
Like, yeah. So
So I know
I'm
Ricky's-
so happy you guys watched it.
Yeah, I'm happy too. I know Ricky's fucking champing at the bit to talk about this, so please, you mentioned it in our last episode. Tell us about your experience watching this movie, Ricky.
So, as astute listeners or watchers
Yeah,
from
the
the previous
watchers.
episode would know, I watched 3 movies containing the term "bad seed" in them. The first one I watched actually was The Bad Seed, 1956, and I quite enjoyed it.
That
Just
was
throwing that
the
out there,
first
but-
one.
You watched
watched?
That
this
was
one
the first
first?
one that I watched. So
That
yeah,
makes it worse, dude.
That's
That
really
makes
bad.
it worse. You
Lade had-
polluted yourself.
Lade had asked me, like, on, like, the Thursday of, like, the Friday before, like, hey, did you watch the movie yet? And I was like,
Yes, you
okay.
make sure you make it
Of
clear.
when I thought we were going to record on
Ricky
Friday.
watched
Not
the
when we
wrong
actually
order.
recorded.
We were supposed to watch.
I watched the wrong movie as well. Yeah, I was supposed to watch Skinamarink. I didn't. I thought it was Bad Seed that week.
Absolutely
was all
incredible
fucked up.
work.
I would have showed
Yeah.
up to the Skinamarink episode and been like, I watched 3 movies. And they would have been like, yeah, and they're all wrong, dipshit. And I would have just like we wouldn't have had an episode.
We
It
would
just
have
wouldn't have
had
happened.
my
episode
God.
100. Yeah, we'd still be on 99.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, Elaine would have sent a bomb to my apartment and
Stop
we would just
saying
never
that.
make
You
100th
have to stop
episode.
saying this.
You have to stop saying
21,
that. That's
21
so
minutes,
funny.
45 seconds Elaine, for cutting that out.
God.
No, but anyway, so, but like Lane had said, like, hey, have you watched the movie yet? In reference to Skinamarink, and they were like, I don't want to poison the well, and I thought they were like, I don't want to poison the well on The Bad Seed, and so I was like, oh, that's weird. So I like later on at night, I watched The Bad Seed, and like it was like close to midnight when I started it, so like well after midnight when I finished, and I was like, oh man, I don't know if this was the right movie, and like neither of you guys were online, and I was like, oh man.
You could
I
have
wanna
said
show up
anything in the
I know.
group
This is
chat,
what
bro.
I
I
said.
could've-
This is what
I
I
could've-
said.
But
You could have said fucking anything, dude.
I was like, how many Bad Seed movies could there be? Because like it was afterwards, I googled it, right?
Absolutely
and I saw-
incredible thought to have. Just
I
the
was like-
phrase "the bad seed." You're like, there could only
I
be
have-
one.
What
Can't be
happened
that
to the
popular.
Letterbox list,
Right.
also, dumbass.
So when
like there was,
well,
it was on there.
well, okay, I haven't been able to see like your letterbox list for a little while, and I assume that was a part of something else going
Oh.
on. But we can talk about that after the pod
No,
if we
you're
want.
good. Yeah.
But yeah, we can sort of skip over that. Betsy 2018, I was like, I saw it come up because I googled it afterwards, and I was like, oh fuck, man. I was like, I was trying to like think through my head. I was like which one could it be? And I was like, maybe August likes Rob Lau, and I was like,
His name's Rob
that
Lowe.
seems like
This is so crazy.
I'm gonna keep calling him Lau. I was like,
I read it was directed by and starred in by Rob Lowe, and I was like, Ricky, how poorly do you think of me?
I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe there's something in the movie. I was like, whatever, I'll watch it, right?
It would be
And so
so funny if we were like 100 episodes, baby. We're going out with a bang. We're watching the Rob Lowe Bad Seed.
Rob Lowe. Wait, I have a question. Did you watch all of these in the same night?
The 2018 one, I did watch at night, and then the next day, I was like, I think I had seen
This
Bad
is
Seed,
so
the other
fascinating
one,
to me.
Bad Seed from the year 2000. I had also seen.
Oh,
And
you'd
I was
already
like,
seen it.
No, not like seen it previously. I saw
Oh,
it in
it's
my
on the
search
title.
results.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. So like, I need to get that one as well. And I was like,
August is a
feel
Norman
like that one
Reedus
maybe-
guy, actually, is where
that was the other thing. That was the other thing, right? I was like, it's got to be someone, you know. I was like, okay,
No.
well, I'll just hang out and I'll watch this one during the day, and I did. And the other title for Bad Seed 2000 is Preston Tyke or Tilk.
Tilk.
Worst one by far.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, bad.
The fact that this
bad,
happened over the
bad.
span of multiple days and you didn't send a single message to anyone being like,
Because
hey, what movie was I supposed to
his-
watch?
Because it was
His
between
excuse-
like Thursday and Friday, and I was like, all right, if we're recording Friday night, right? I was like, I could just have them all watched by then, and it's like,
Oh my
fine,
God.
perfect. Like,
He's like,
I like
clearly
it.
this is
I'll
the
get away with
easier
it
option.
easily. Yeah,
I'll get away with it.
and the only
Yeah, I
consequence
was like,
you
what?
would have
Like,
gotten.
they're never gonna like see the half moons on the movie. It's fine, you know. Like, I just have to throw it in the incinerator. It's over. I never have to care about it again. I will know what the movie's about,
And
no
you're
matter which
definitely-
one it is.
You've been like fucking forehead vein, like bursting at the seams, wanting to talk about this. So it's not like you were pulling a fast one. Like you were like, "This will be funny
Well, no,
for the bit."
because I also was like, oh, this is now conveniently
Oh, no.
a fun story to tell on the pod, right? Oh, I cut out. Well, I was like,
You're
this is
fine.
conveniently a fun story to also tell on the pod. I was like, that's perfect, right? So, like, either way,
Fair
this
enough,
is
I
a
guess.
good thing for me to do,
Yeah, yeah.
objectively.
Yeah,
Oh my
totally.
God. He's like, I'm so smart, actually.
Actually, yeah, I'm a showman.
Oh, I did not think I was smart, okay? This was not an intelligent thing to do.
Fair enough.
I just
So-
think it was, like, good.
So we cannot be talking about all three of these fucking movies. It's bad enough when we're talking about two movies.
No.
during it. So give us your tight
Oh,
five
yeah.
on these other two movies, so and get it all out of your fucking system,
Okay.
like so that we're not
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
them.
5. Preston Tilk
I'm so
is...
serious about 5. It's 5 max. 5.
Yes, okay. 5 total or 5 each?
5 total. 5 total. Yeah.
Oh god! All right, tight 230 on each. Okay. So Preston Tilk is about a guy who I thought was Charlie Sheen. It wasn't actually Charlie Sheen. Luke Wilson. For the first like 15-20 minutes of the film,
Charlie Sheen?
he sounds a lot like Charlie Sheen. He sounds a
Oh
lot
my
like Charlie
fucking
Sheen. I was
God. He
convinced
doesn't.
this guy was Charlie Sheen. All right. Listen, am I going to get my tight 230 or not? Come on, Jesus.
Yeah, lady, it's gotta be tight as hell.
Sorry.
So-
My bad.
His wife, like, he and his wife are having an argument, and then she's like, hey, I'm cheating on you. By the way, spoilers for Preston Tilk. She dies. She gets killed, right?
Classic wife maneuver.
yeah.
Cheating
So-
and then dying.
And then dying.
yeah.
Please
So
don't
then
just summarize
I don't even
the whole...
know if she was on screen,
Listen,
to be honest
we don't
with
need
you.
to hear the
It's like,
Wikipedia
you
plot
just hear them
description.
arguing.
We don't need to just
Okay,
just
all right,
get your
let-
thoughts.
Great. Again, Lane, do I have the floor? Do I have the floor? So,
You got
she
4
dies.
minutes.
He goes, great. Well, he says, okay, well, I am going to, like, I don't know. He finds out who she was cheating on him with, whatever. He goes to that guy's house and kills someone there. And then later it turns out
Just
that was
someone.
actually that guy's, like, special needs brother, right?
Oh my God.
and-
Preston, you can't be doing that.
He can't be doing that because there were cameras on the special needs brother because he was special needs. Cameras on all the time, so he has the recording of it. And this is Norman Reedus. And so Norman Reedus tries blackmailing the guy. I think also he, like, buried his brother as well. And then Norman Reedus is like, I'm gonna, like, make your life hell, but also not kill you, I guess. And also not turn this videotape over to the police. So they do that for a little while. It's not exactly cat and mouse. It's like a weird, I don't know. Our main dude, Preston Tilk, gets a PI who, like, they bond, like, super quickly for no reason. And also the PI eventually learns that, like, hey, Tilk killed this guy's brother. And he's like, I'm still gonna help you, Preston. I think you got this. They have this crazy chase scene. They're both on the edge of a ledge. Preston is about to walk away from, like, the ledge of a cliff. Preston's about to walk away. And he goes, Norman Reedus just yells, Preston! For, like, 2 minutes straight. He pulls him up off of the ledge. And then they're at, like, I don't know, the fucking 2000s version of a 7-Eleven, right? Which I know there were 7-Elevens in 2000. I know. It was just, they're at a general store, right? And the police pull up because they're trying to get Preston, and, like, Preston's like, oh, like, it wasn't me, the other guy's there. And Norman Reedus has this like, monologue about how he can't live without his brother, and then he douses himself in gasoline and lights himself on fire and like,
my
dies, and that's
God.
at the end. And
Okay.
also, Preston Tilk has some stuff where he, like, kind of tries to make amends. I don't know. Pretty bad. The bad seed with Rob Lowe is markedly better, actually. You can see what they're going for with the remake. They include the oh, if I give you like a bushel of
A basket.
fucking kisses, will you give me a bundle of hugs? Whatever. Yeah. I don't know.
Bushel
Whatever.
and bundle.
Yeah.
If you give me a B word of kisses,
If you give me
I
a
get
B hole
word
of
hugs,
kisses,
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
But the thing that they miss is that like they make the little girl evil from the very beginning. Like it's just like way over the top. Like, oh,
you can't clock
like,
that
she's
she's
obviously
evil in this version? Are you kidding me? Did we
Well,
watch the same movie? Well, we
she's-
definitely watched the same movie.
No,
but
I know, but like in the beginning, it's like she's like saccharine sweet, right? And it's like, oh, like something's off, and then like
It's
as soon
more
as you hear something
creepy.
occur,
You don't
it's
know
more creepy,
immediately.
off-putting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, like and the front that she puts on with everyone is that she's like nice, she's like prim, perfect,
Yeah.
proper, whatever. And in the Rob Lowe version, it's just the exact opposite of that. Like everyone's like, oh, she seems
this
like
kid's fucking weird. Yeah,
I don't know,
right.
completely unaffected. Like, she seems really, like, advanced for her age. It's weird that emotionally she wasn't impacted by this at all, yada yada. They also don't really work the whole, like, the death. I don't think they work that very well, whatever. And Rob Lowe is the only parent in the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
Which
like,
is
Have you
it's
seen
weird
this?
because they add in, like, a separate...
August? I mean?
no,
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't seen it.
Oh,
No,
oh.
but I read the synopsis when he said he watched the
Oh.
fucking Rob Lowe movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, it makes no sense to me because so much of this movie is about, like, the terrifying ordeal of being what is essentially a single mother in this
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
to replace her with a dad, just like,
yeah.
and like very specifically a mother, not a single
Yeah.
parent, like
Yeah.
a single
Yeah, yeah.
mother. And so the fact that they made Rob Lowe a single dad, I'm like, what? Oh, it's already
Yeah.
not the same movie. Like it's already different.
Yeah.
The whole like nature versus nurture of the like 1956 version kind of just gets
Mhm.
lost in this version. Like they completely cut that out.
Yeah, it's more
in
just
order-
like creepy kid than like
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so that they can put in this subplot of, oh hey, by the way, the nanny totally wants to bang Rob Lowe. Like that's it. Like so they have this subplot there. And the
Okay.
girl obviously kills the nanny at a certain point, right? Like that's
Of
just sort
course.
of going to
Of
happen.
course.
I wanted
it's
to
like-
see.
All right, man. I don't know.
I'm impressed. When you said that, I was like, I wonder if Rob Lowe has a writing credit on that movie, and is the one being like, let's have the nanny bang me, like.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He does not. It was written by the screenwriter on that one was a woman. But you know.
Wow, God bless. All right.
Yeah, good for her. I
I
hope
was
she got
just-
paid.
He was
Yeah.
not expecting that one.
No,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It really destroys a lot of the dynamics, like, of the entire film, and the way that they include a lot of the homages to the original film are just done really, really clumsily. So far as, like, it makes it a movie more akin to, like, we need to talk about Kevin, without ever actually, like, crossing over into, like, what's interesting about that film, right?
Yeah,
So it's just
gotcha.
like, we're not doing anything here.
Yeah.
But check out this remake. It's got Rob Lowe. Like, okay, great, cool.
Yeah.
It's only 90 minutes. Like, okay, great. I don't know.
It's funny you bring up Kevin and then the other movie that, because I had not seen this movie and I actually didn't really know anything about it before before I watched it. And so I kind of was just like, oh, it's like Orphan or something, Evil Kid movie. Like I knew that.
Yeah.
And I
no.
really wasn't.
I mean, it is Evil Kid, but
It is, but it's not the like campy. I was expecting like a Vincent Price level, like kind of like silly. I did not realize like
yeah.
the depth that this goes to in exploring its themes.
It's horrifying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
horrifying.
Yeah, it was fantastic. But I appreciated it, especially like once we got to like 40 or so minutes in, and it was like clear that this was going to be a psychological study of the mom, like as much as it is
Yeah.
anything else. Like, yeah, I was like, oh, I'm locked the fuck in. This is great. This movie was
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
This was like the OG.
Really good pick.
It's not like I wouldn't compare it to Babadook in any way other than
Mom
the like
being-
analysis of
Yeah.
a mom like losing her shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
this was like I feel like one of the OGs of that type
Yeah.
of movie where it focuses on a woman's experience and like how the people in her life don't see her as a person who needs support, but she's just there to do the tasks and exist and be a happy mother,
Yeah.
no matter what is actually going on.
Which I totally agreed. The movie that as I was watching this, I kind of was like, oh, this is kind of similar to this. And I'm wondering, Ricky, if you feel the same, is All That Heaven Allows, which came out almost the same exact time. This was another movie we watched for the podcast that was very like, kind of like social, more like socially focused, but the main character is a mother, an older mother in that. And it is like a, kind of like a, she has tensions with wanting to date. She's a widower or a widow. And so she wants to date this guy who is like below class. And so during that, I was like, during watching this, I was like, oh, this is going to be like melodramatic and like kind of, you know, more steeped in that kind of tone, but it is not that either. Even though it has some of the similar themes of like isolation and whatever. Yeah, the actual depth and fucking twists and turns of this were a lot more shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much I picked up on that in particular, just for me personally, especially just with how like different I guess their like living situations were, and like especially just like I this story is like what I guess like what you're evaluating between the two is so like markedly different that like never really crossed my mind.
Yeah. Well, and it's crazy because that movie, so both of those movies are very Hays Cody, and like when I was watching this one, I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like this is really like pushing it as far as like subject matter goes. I like, obviously there's a lot of whitewashing, right, that happens with the 50s, especially like American 50s, like it's thought of as this Americana. But these conversations were happening at the time. And we also watched The Apartment was another one that kind of came out right around this time that was, and that movie's pretty like raunchy for what it is. And like, so it's kind of like thinking of like, what, are they going to get away with this? And so then the ending, like when she first like poisons the girl and shoots herself, that like made me gasp and like
you think that's going to be the end?
Yeah.
And you also think like this is the end of the movie, and it's fucking not.
And so then she comes back, and I'm like, oh, the mom's gonna fucking die, and the kid's gonna live. I was like, that's so crazy that they're gonna get
and no one's gonna know, right?
Yeah. And so then the ending was like hilarious and crazy because it is like I was like, wow, I can't believe they're just ending it this way. You know, this like Deus Ex Machina. And I figured like, okay, that they had to do that because of the Hays Code. Like they couldn't let this little girl go on to be a murderer forever. But then I looked it up, and apparently they did change it for the movie. This was apparently a play, which I kind of knew, like based on the performances.
The lady played the mom. Yeah, played the mom in the play too.
The whole cast.
Yeah,
the whole cast is the same.
Yeah.
So that adds to this like stagey quality of it. So that's when the ending happened. I was like, what the fuck? Like, where did this ending come from? Because that's not exactly like the rest of the movie does feel very stagey, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but just you know, you're watching.
No, it's just like more character focused and like the different. I get it. Everyone coming into the house and having like the conversations and stuff. Yeah.
But the ending apparently of the play is just that the mom dies and the girl lives, and it's like a, you know,
gotcha.
Which is crazy. Of course you could do whatever the fuck you wanted.
Way darker.
On stage, but yeah, the ending of this is like mind-blowing. It's fucking crazy.
Because it's like what the fuck?
Yeah, where the fuck did this come
from?
Of
all the things they could have done, that's not what I thought was gonna happen.
Well, okay, so when she gets up and starts going outside in the rain, I was like, I turned to Christopher and I was like, you know, earlier he makes the joke about getting struck by lightning being like the electric chair. And I was like, no. And we were both like, no, that can't be it.
Yeah. And you know what? The movie opens with that scene.
True.
Not that scene, but it opens and it's dark and raining and stuff.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
It's such a good movie. Like, it's ridiculously good.
Yeah. The lighting of the whole thing is really kind of interesting for like this isn't a noir, right? Like I wouldn't call this a film noir, but like the lighting it's so brightly lit. It's so domestic feeling that it looks kind of unlike any other movie from the 50s I've seen.
It almost like makes you feel like you're watching like I Love Lucy or something.
Yeah, that's a great comparison.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that, cause it's just like, it's like the visuals make you feel a certain way, and then as you keep watching, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
That definitely added to the play like quality for me as well. Like it looks like it's like a 50s play that they're just like
Mhm.
taken video of and put to screen, which is like super awesome. I mean, I'm big fan of like, I don't know if they're one room productions or whatever you would call that, but
Yeah.
I love anything that you can sort of
Yeah.
self-contained within that
Yeah.
storylines. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess we can kind of go through the plot a little bit here to kind of keep it. Oh, go ahead. That was a deep a deep inhale for whatever thought you just thought. So you should say it.
I was just about to yawn. That was it.
Oh, really? No.
I was just stretching.
Damn.
Like I was stretching and like
Yeah.
I held the yawn in. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So I think the kind of initial setup of this one of introducing her with the dad is so crucial, of showing like his little relationship and how he and the wife, they love each other, but you can tell that he's like totally smitten with the daughter in such a like isolating way that's like, it's not like overt, but it is like, oh yeah, he like is totally blindsided by how much he's like doting on this little girl.
Yeah, he's like, this
to-
is my perfect little girl.
Yeah.
And then there's my wife, who takes care of her. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, it's clear he loves his wife, especially when she
Shit goes
like
down.
tries to kill herself and tries to kill their kid. And he's like, I don't care, like, just get, but you know what I mean? Like, he loves it, but he doesn't see her as like a person with like thoughts and feelings. You know what I mean? Like, so dismissive. Every phone call, he's like,
but how is she
going?
Yeah.
She's like, literally, it's just asking how she is. It's not asking how the mom is handling things. Not asking, especially after the death of the Daigle boy, he's not like, hey, are you like fucking freaked out that this kid
you know
died?
What I mean? Yeah, like, right.
I feel like I'm not a parent, but I feel like as parents, you would need to have that conversation. Like, how are you doing? How are you holding up? Are you feeling okay caring for our child while I'm away? Like, do you need more help? Whatever, but it's nothing. He won't even talk about it at all.
Yeah. Well, and it's so in the beginning too, it's so brilliant the way that they frame, I can't remember what exactly Rhoda says, but she wants
a page to herself.
Yeah, yes, that's what the comment the mom makes, where she's like kind of acknowledging, like almost like she's testing the waters to see if the dad will even pick up on, like, hey, our girl's maybe like a little bit twisted. Like maybe she's just like a little bit like, and he doesn't even pick up on it at all.
No,
Yeah. And it just goes on and on. Like the performance of this main actress is very impressive. Like she does
insane. Yeah. Like, oh my God. Every single I rewatched it and Chris watched it with me, my partner Chris, and
shout out Chris.
Every single like scene that was her like having any kind of emotional reaction, we were just like looking at each other like, this woman is a god. Like she is so good at showing physically the damage that it's doing to her. Like the mental breakdown, like how it's wearing on her. Yeah.
She's doing a little voice.
And like the way she pulls herself together, she like turns away from people to hide. And like, her dude, I could listen to her talk for like 8 hours.
Yeah, straight. She's like breathy on the verge of like her voice cracking every second.
Yeah, really the way it's like breaking at the end of the sentence. I know, I even wrote that in my notes.
Yeah. Oh, you took notes?
I said when the mom I took.
Incredible. Wait. I've never heard of it. This first I'm hearing of this. Someone could take notes for a podcast. Ricky, have you ever heard of that? That's crazy.
I just don't wanna. And I told you I don't wanna.
I
told you when we started I'm not gonna do that.
So yeah, I know.
Very good. Very good.
If only.
I didn't.
Yeah.
All up here.
But
I would have had to take 3 sets of notes, just so you guys are aware.
Please continue, August.
So when the mom is talking to the psychoanalyst for the first time before her dad is there, and he says something about the dad's case, the Denker, Bessie Denker. And when she says, did you say Denker? I wrote, when the mom says, did you say Denker for the first time, the emotion in her voice is incredible. Because she's like, did you say Denker? Like it like cuts off and like you can hear the like, I don't know. Yeah. Incredible.
That's another moment where I was like, I didn't realize that this movie was going to be so complex, because I was like, I must have like just not heard, like they must have said that name and I just like didn't register it. But no, it's a name that you don't hear. You've never heard that name, and it comes
She
out
just
what
hears it in her dreams,
right,
bro.
right.
Yeah.
But I thought it was
It's
going to be like a
haunted.
pulpy, like, you know, oh, that's the, like, secretly this girl was adopted, and she mentioned that name as, like, you know, or something. But no, it's not that, obviously, and like, it's a better movie for it, a better story for it.
The way her dad is so, it's like, he's so insistent on it being environmental and not nature at all, you know? And like it's heartbreaking because you know he's saying all this stuff both to convince himself and also because he's protective of his daughter in this way, and he's like, no, she would never be like her mom, like there's no way that could ever happen. Meanwhile, his daughter is like begging for help. She's like, Rhoda's doing some fucked up shit. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know why she's like this. I just need someone who will listen and understand. And no one will. And the fact that her dad, he does ask, like, what did Rhoda do? Once or twice. But aside from that, he's just brushing it off. Like, no, it's not possible. It's not possible. And which only, instead of, like, being supportive, he thinks he's, you know, making her feel better about where she came from. Instead of that, he's just, like, digging her deeper into this hole of, like, no one will understand. Like, no one's gonna believe you. It's so fucked, dude. And, like, all the men in her life are so dismissive. I mean, the women, too, like, the neighbor and stuff, but it's just, like, everyone's just brushing her off because they see Rhoda as this perfect little girl, so they're like, oh, you'll be fine. You know, like, whatever's going on, you'll be fine. Rhoda's got a good head on her shoulders. And it's like, well, the head on her shoulders is the whole fucking problem.
Right. That's another thing about this movie that I thought was pretty progressive, or I don't want to say progressive because I think like the nature versus nurture conversation itself can be kind of conservative tinged or reactionary, but I like the conversation surrounding that topic, I guess, like being in the cultural consciousness is really interesting, the way that this is exploring it in general. Like at first when they have the little like Freud conversation where it's just the four adults at the breakfast table or the dinner table or whatever. And it is kind of played for laughs of like, oh, breed love. And like, what does that mean?
Monica's like psychoanalysis.
She's like true crime brained. Yeah,
she is. It's so funny.
But it does go into a such a more serious direction than just like silly pulp or whatever. I guess this would have been before like, what was the name of fucking what Capote wrote? In Cold Blood? Was this right before that, I guess, too? So, the book?
I don't even know. I don't know when that book came out. I think this was before it.
Yeah, I want to say that was the 60s, but...
That was 59.
50, yeah,
oh, no, originally published 1965. Oh, it took place in 1959.
Yeah. So like some of these
this was before.
The like serial killers, like murderer stuff was still like kind of bubbling under the edge. Like there was more, I feel like the conversation was more like childhood delinquency probably. And like, you know, the environment you were raised in. So that kind of like crime wasn't at the forefront in the same way. So it's like under the surface of this whole movie. Ricky, you say something. You've been quiet. You've been petting a cat for 20 minutes.
I have been. I got Archie on my lap. I don't know. When I was in school, we went over the nature versus nurture thing. And like,
let's solve it right now. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Let's solve it right now.
Yeah.
You know, bit of both, right? Like,
yeah, right.
Can you say how much of either in like literally any case? No, not really.
Yeah.
So
not really measurable.
Yeah. And that was like, that's what I said in school. And then like watching this movie, I'm like,
damn, maybe it is nature.
Like, like how much like bad press do you think like this movie had towards like the whole nature versus nurture argument, and people saying like, oh, like giving people the idea that like the sins of the father can be passed down on the sins, like through the sins of the son, because of like just genetics. Like, like, well, you know, it's just nature, you know, like they're and I do believe that was definitely like mindset that certain people had, like all throughout time, right? Like, oh well, you
Yeah.
know, they're just bad, right? Like
Yeah.
like their parents are
Like
bad,
that
they're
family's just got bad
Yeah,
blood.
right,
or
right,
whatever.
right,
Yeah.
right. Which is like, okay, cool, great, like,
Yeah, I guess.
fine.
I mean,
that's-
it's an easy way to not deal with problems.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
it's an easy way to demonize whoever you feel like and just say like, oh well, they're just bad.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
Well, and
perfect, I guess.
I don't know, like,
End of conversation.
I guess, like, when I would think of this movie, obviously it's using that as a talking point, but I don't think that this movie is, like, necessarily making the argument that, like, actually nature is more important than nurture and it doesn't matter in some cases. I feel like it's
No.
more...
Right, no, yeah.
This is more, and I think this is what makes it great, is that it is more about Mrs. Penmark and, like, her psychological journey of, like, what if you did have to deal with this, and, like, the idea of, like, her whole... She does have, like, a whole mini arc of, like, even just separate from Rhoda, she has this very internal arc in that scene where her dad is telling her the truth of just, like, who am I? What does this mean about me?
Yeah.
Like, all, and she
yeah.
does do these kind of,
Yup.
like, stagey, kind of, like, whatever. I don't want to say campy. I don't think this is a campy movie. A little bit, but, like, she's, like, looking at her hands and, like, breaking down while other
Yeah.
characters are having conversations just because she's, like, having this, like, fucking revelatory experience all inside. And I feel like that's more what this
Yeah.
is about than the actual, like, you know, argument of, like, oh, you're a killer, Rhoda, like, or what, you know,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I completely agree. And
Yeah.
that's what changed watching it
as an adult.
as a child versus as an adult. As a
Yeah.
kid, I was like, damn, this bitch is fucked up. Like,
Which
somebody
true,
killed this little
but-
kid, you know?
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like 8, and I was like, someone needs to put her down like a dog.
yeah,
And then,
yeah.
you know, I'm like 29 watching it, and I'm like, this shit is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I would also kill myself and
Yeah.
maybe my
Yeah.
kid if this
Yeah.
was happening. Like,
Yeah.
what else would you do?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
in this specific environment where something like institutionalization is like literally its own death sentence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and also her family, there's so much pride in like appearance. Her dad
They're
is this
breeding.
big famous like
Yeah,
writer.
Right.
Her husband is like working in Washington, like he's big in the government and stuff. So it's like when you the breeding, when you think about in the 50s, like how did people solve problems like this? It's like, well, they lobotomized them and locked them up until they died.
Yeah.
And so if
Mhm.
she has this deep love for her child, even knowing that her child is a fucking monster,
Yeah.
having that deep love for her child and being like, I cannot see someone else like taking her away. I can't see her
Yeah. It has to be me.
being cared for by anyone else. It has to be me. I'm the only one who fully understands what's wrong with her, and I'm the only one who can see it. So I need to take care of it.
Yeah.
Like it's just horrifying. Like the
Right.
concept of being put in that position
Yeah.
is, as an adult, I'm like, yeah, I would shoot myself immediately. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to deal with that.
Especially after she like becomes complicit almost, because like I mean
Yeah.
obviously
She becomes complicit.
Mother-
Let's
Yeah,
be-
she tells her to burn the shoes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, she does become complicit, but it's like I mean once she finds the pendant or whatever it is, the
The metal.
The
you know,
medal.
the pin or whatever, the medal,
Yeah.
and she doesn't immediately bring that to the police. It's like, all right, she's complicit, and then after that, it's like she's just like in for a
It's
penny,
so
in for a
fucking
pound. She's like,
over.
well,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and
yeah,
like the
yeah,
thing
and she's
is,
just looking for an out. She's like, what is my out?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I thought her. I mean, obviously, not the best out to like
Yeah.
deal with the problem in the way that she does, and then try to
Yeah.
deal with herself as well. But it sort of like brings up the question of like, what is her dreadful sin there? Is her dreadful sin like being born? Is her dreadful sin like bringing such an evil into this world? Is her dreadful sin like still allowing it to go on and allowing more to die because of it? Or is her dreadful sin like finally taking action to stop it? Right? Like what is she blaming herself for? Is it something like all of these? Like I don't know. But I
Yeah.
think it's just like interesting that that's like the first thing that she says as soon as she
Yeah.
gets it, Yeah.
yeah. Well, and it's interesting to me because, or not interesting, but like it makes sense in the time frame that it was made in, where again, she doesn't want her daughter to, she doesn't want this to get out to the public. She doesn't want to embarrass her husband and her dad and like anything.
Yeah.
So instead of going to the cops and instead of doing anything, I personally feel that as soon as she finds it and she decides not to go to the cops, I think she knows. Even if she doesn't know consciously, I think she knows what she's going to do. And to her, it's like, okay, my kid did this horrible thing. We're going to contain it as best we can in terms of like burning evidence and stuff like that. And then I'm going to take care of the problem. I don't think there's anywhere in her mind where she thinks her kid is just going to start killing people daily. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think she's expecting the escalation. I think she understands that Rhoda has this, like, she's very covetous. She's, you know, she needs to have what she wants and she'll do literally anything to get it. But with Leroy, it's like she's not killing him because she wants something from him. She's killing him because
she wants him to not do something.
She thinks he's figured it out.
Right.
Exactly. And so I don't think her mom is expecting Rhoda, because the other murders were for objects that she coveted, things she wanted. I don't think her mom is expecting Rhoda to have a mature enough mindset, even though it's obviously very immature, the way the arguments she has, all of that, you know, she's very clearly a child, but like her mom's not expecting Rhoda to be like, oh, he figured it out, I have to silence him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I don't think she's expecting that at all.
And I think that's why that death is so impactful to her, right? Like, not only is it someone in, like, it's,
she also
in the
sees
house,
it.
right? It's
Which is fucking crazy.
Known. It's one that she saw, right? Like, she can't even try to deny it, like, the reality of it to herself whatsoever.
It's like imprinted itself on her brain.
That scene is really tight. Like, that scene's fucking nuts. Like, the way that's shot.
That's good shit.
Is like, like
when she's by the window and she's like, I had to watch him run out.
It's thrilling.
Like,
it's truly thrilling, and like the music that Rhoda is playing, getting faster and faster. Like the way that she's doing that,
Dude,
that's a great fucking effect.
But
that's
they
a great
even
trick.
do some of the Rhoda scare chords in Claire de Lune. And it's like, it's so good. Like the way that's her like
that motif.
Theme. I don't know. I love it so
great.
much. The music is so good. It builds such good tension.
Because
it's like this song that you hear, and like in most contexts, it's supposed to be like
gentle,
a very like
and
not relaxing, but like gentle, like wholesome, almost lullaby feel. But when Rhoda does it in the beginning, it's like jarring because it's like child's piano, so she's stopping and starting. But as it goes on, it just builds the dread.
And well, that
and especially when like it's in full force and it's like really fast tempo and they're adding like extra chords and stuff to make it sound more discordant as it goes on. It's just super eerie and cool. Love the way it builds.
It puts you in the the Mrs. Penmark kind of says something like, I still hear him screaming, he won't stop screaming, and it's giving you that same effect of
that
like
piano.
I can't get this fucking sound out of my head, you know. And that movie or that scene works itself into such a good frenzy with Monica like being this like kind of like dismissive, almost like she's like in shock as well, but in a completely different way. Like she can't even handle it, so she's just trying to be normal.
And she's just thinking about Rhoda. She's like, we need to get this kid out of here. Her mom's
fuck this woman.
It.
Which the whole thing that part is so crazy how they keep like several times people are like, I'll help you, Mrs. Penmark, and then something happens and the person's like, all right, I gotta deal with Rhoda, see ya. Like, I'm not actually that, I don't give a fuck about you. It's really like when Mrs. Daigle visits, she does that. Monica does, where she's like, Mrs. Penmark is thinking, I can't remember her first name, but like she's thinking like, oh, I you know, I'm crying at the sink, and Monica's like, let me help you, I'll get you these sleeping pills, whatever. And then the Daigle boy's mom shows up drunk again, and she's like, I'll take care of it for you. And then she just like fucking leaves her with the which is such an asshole thing.
Leaves,
it sucks.
And like when the teacher's there for the first time and the teacher literally faces away and doesn't say anything the entire time. I wrote down specifically like the way that Mrs. Daigle interrupts the entire like environment, because she's actively grieving, she's feeling her feelings, and she's not she's not protecting other people
Yeah.
from her feelings, and the way everyone else is very 1950s prim and proper, you can't actually show
Yeah.
emotions. They can't even look at her. They literally can't even face her. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I think that's
Yeah.
really strong too.
I feel like there's also a lot of shame there too, right? Where they're like they know that she's grieving. They have nothing that they can do to.
They also
help
know
her
she's
grief.
soused.
Yeah.
Like, well,
Like they can, which is like pretty,
Yeah.
egregious or whatever, or like morally, bad for that time, even given the circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah. That whole section when the teacher visits, and especially when the teacher first has the kind of like back and forth where she's like kind of letting on that she
I'm not
suspects.
saying that at all.
Right. That like had
Yeah.
me breathless. I love actresses. I fucking love it. Like I was like I wanted to rewatch
Yeah.
that scene immediately. They were so good together.
Yeah.
Like the fucking electric like the wording and like the way that they're trying to like kind of
The
they're
like
getting right to the line.
properness.
Yeah. Both of those
Yeah.
actresses just fucking like lay it down. It's awesome. It is so cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so good. And even
Oh,
the
yeah.
Dago mom, who I also love as an actress, the
good.
way she plays a grieving drunk is
Yeah.
strong as hell.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the way the mom is like, I just want to talk to Rhoda. I want to know what she remembers about my boy. And then it goes into like, I know she wanted that medal and
Yeah.
like
Everyone
all this
suspects.
stuff. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's strong. I also wrote down like a few specific things that they said like about that event. I wrote down, I don't remember, I think it was Monica who said this. She was like trying to convince the mom that it wasn't Rhoda who had died when they first heard that a child had died.
Yeah.
And
She's
she
like, he was
said-
a stupid asshole.
she was
not
like, it's
not
not
our beautiful
Rhoda.
kid.
It was
Yeah.
she goes, I don't have the exact line, but she said, he was just a little kid scared of his own shadow.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
you learn that Rhoda is his fucking shadow, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
she's been following him around, like, chasing him. That line
Yeah,
stuck out to
yeah,
me. And then I also have the mom talking about trying to talk to Rhoda and be like, hey, did this fuck you up at all? Like, do you feel anything about
Yeah.
this dead kid? And she said, she goes, I know, but what a terrible thing to see and remember.
Yeah.
And that really made me think about like what the mom personally is repressing, like about her
Yeah.
childhood, especially, and like these dreams and stuff that she can't get out of her head because she's very avoidant of problems.
Yeah.
So to her, if Rhoda was a normal kid, she's like, I can't believe you're not just like hiding in bed crying because you want to like run from these thoughts, whereas Rhoda's like having the
Yeah.
time of her life. She's like, I would kill him again if I had the chance.
yeah.
And he
Could I have
deserved
2 ice creams tonight?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Which I don't know, they didn't confirm this, but did she get popsicles so she'd have kindling? That's why she was like, oh, she came back for a second.
No, the kindling.
I know it's
No,
the Excelsior,
she-
but yeah, go ahead.
So
Yeah.
there's the Excelsior, and then I think she went out to get the second popsicle, and she brought the matches on her way out.
Got it. Okay.
And that's
Mm.
it. She put her
Yeah.
mom made her put the matches back, and then
Right.
it shows that she had 3 in the other hand.
But I thought
So
that was
think
the
that's what it
first
was
time
for.
she went out for the popsicle, not the second, because she goes out for
That
a
was the
second.
second time.
Oh, was
I
it?
think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the second time was the match. I'm not 100%, but that's what I think.
But
But yeah, him like grabbing the Excelsior. Oh my god.
which it did throw us. We had to pause for a minute, and we were like, "Excelsior, what the fuck are you talking? What did you just call me?" Like,
Oh yeah, it's just like the old,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
old packaging.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Styrofoam or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, the you mentioned the kind of like condescending remark that Monica makes about the kid. She's in the very beginning, before Rhoda goes out to the camping trip or the activity. She makes a comment like, "Oh, she's such a good little girl, not like these other kids who need analysis just to figure out what they're gonna wear for the day or like whatever." She says something specifically.
She knows what she wants and she like gets
right,
it.
right,
Yeah.
which is so interesting.
Which,
given
yeah, she does.
She does, but given all of the, psychoanalysis talk and like mental health talk in the movie, especially in the beginning, it's an interesting dichotomy because then the very next time we see Monica, she's talking about how she went to go to talk to Freud's.
Yeah,
whatever.
she's obsessed with
Yeah.
psychoanalysis.
Yeah.
Because I think to her, she's like, she's like, oh, she's not like a timid child. Like, she's
Yeah.
bold. She knows what she wants, and that's like going to get her somewhere in
Yeah.
life. Maybe even thinking to herself, like, I wasn't that kind of child, and now that I'm an older woman and I know all of this, like,
Right.
it's good to see in a kid, like,
Yeah.
that they're not like full of indecision and like
Sure.
unsure of themselves. But yeah,
Yeah.
she puts Rhoda on such a pedestal.
Yeah.
Her especially.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone does, but
Yeah.
she's like, if I had a child, I'd want it to be exactly like you, Rhoda. And I was just like screaming at my TV. And then, you know, Rhoda at the end, before the end, she's like, yeah, Aunt Monica said we're gonna go sunbathing on the roof.
That shit's
and I'm
so
like,
funny.
Another one.
Where nobody can
Yeah.
see us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do lovebirds
Yup.
live, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
Also, how high
Literally,
is the roof,
dude.
Dad? Yeah, like how do you
Yeah.
die if you fall off the roof? I want to come back to Leroy, because number one, classic. We got to write this guy down, Ricky, for the fucking Get This Guy Off the Screen awards. This actor is such a fucking slime ball. He's so fun to watch.
Dude.
Like-
yeah.
I was like, does he want to die? Like, does he want to die? Like, he keeps egging her on, and you're like, buddy,
He's-
like, this is gonna end
yeah.
one way. Don't
Well,
you know
he
you're in a
also
movie? Like,
the entire thing that you find out right before he dies is that he just hates this little kid. You know what I mean? So he's
Which is
just
so
funny.
bullying this little kid. He doesn't truly think she has anything to do with
Yeah,
it. He's
yeah.
just a dick.
He's a
and
real
he wants
hater.
to like
you know what? He's a real
freak
Yeah.
out this kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh my god, you actually." When she mentions the furnace, she's like,
Yeah.
"Well, you're not gonna find them because they're burned up in the furnace." He's like,
Wait, really?
"Sorry,
Yeah.
what?"
Yeah, I was trolling. It's crazy.
He's
It's
like,
so good.
"Oh, this is a very different ball game than the one I was playing."
Yeah.
I have to say,
Mhm.
there's a blue one for little boys and a pink one for little girls.
That's a
We
great
used
line.
to say that to each other at least once a week for like 8 years straight. Like, we were so obsessed with his lines.
Fuck yeah.
That was like one of the most quotable ones.
Dude, hot take. I don't think he deserves to be on the Get This Guy Off the Screen list. I liked him. I liked his scenes a lot.
I liked it too, but he was.
Ricky's like, I'd smoke a J with this guy.
I would go lay in the
especially, like,
furnace
how
with this
he's-
guy.
Yeah, I'd hang out, bro.
I'd go
I'd lay on the
harass
highly
little kids.
I'd hang
flammable
out.
bed that he made right next to the
You're
furnace,
like,
bro.
yeah,
That
we could
should be
take a nap
sick.
together, Leroy.
Yeah, bro, fuck it.
Imagine how he smells. That's what I was
Well,
thinking the entire
yeah.
time he was on screen. She's like, this guy looks like he stinks.
Yeah.
I
He's
mean, a lot of
crazy.
his like character is like supposed to illustrate like the class divide, right?
Yes.
Like, he's just a servant. They all look
Yeah.
down on him.
The way
and
they
he
talk
plays that
to
his
him.
advantage, too.
Yeah,
The
in
way
the
they talk to
beginning-
him is like really condescending.
Like, he's like literally a rat. They're like,
Yeah.
get out of here, rat.
They
Yeah.
also like he like splashes her with the water like right in the beginning, and
She
they're,
calls
like,
him schizophrenic.
Yeah, yes.
I wrote that
with-
down, dude.
with- paranoid overtones or so. Like she said, like she puts like a
Yeah.
whole like fucking sentence on him.
But
which is
she
so
goes,
funny.
she literally goes, schizophrenic, paranoid, blah, 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 blah. And I literally lost my mind. I was like, yeah, that totally tracks. That makes sense.
It's really funny, yeah. Given the whole context of that
Yeah.
character, it's crazy.
But,
But yeah,
you also, I was just going to say, you also have to remember that in the 50s, schizophrenic was
just
used
everything.
to describe
like
anything, any amount of emotional disturbance was like schizophrenia. So,
cool.
but it just
Yeah.
makes it way funnier. You're like, yeah, you're really into psychoanalysis. You know so much about
Yeah.
mental illness,
Yeah.
Monica.
Yeah. But they do. That's a good call on the class thing, and it's they're praising these go-getter attitudes in Rhoda. And so I had heard of this movie as being a favorite of John Waters. I have not seen a ton of John Waters movies, but
Really?
yeah, that this is like one that he like cites, and I would be
That
willing
kind
to
of
bet
tracks.
David Lynch probably likes this movie too, or liked this movie. I could see.
Probably.
But so
Rip King.
yeah, the framing of Rhoda and again, a lot of this is due to the play, not necessarily the movie itself, but like the framing of her, like these tendencies of like go-getterness, whatever, like high achieving, perfect prim, femininity, whatever, like
Yeah.
as a negative is kind of interesting for the time, and like that plays into
Yeah,
that
it
like dark
is.
suburbia kind of thing that those two filmmakers are kind of known for.
Yeah. Speaking of Rhoda's prim perfectness, how funny is it when the mom goes to talk to the teacher at the picnic and she's like, how's Rhoda doing in school? And her teacher's like, well, I'm sure you know she's fucking perfect in every way possible.
Yeah.
And she's clearly already annoyed, doesn't want to talk to Rhoda's mom. And then Rhoda's mom goes,
but how
is
about
she
the
popular?
kids?
Like, the other children like her? And she's like, I have to go.
Yeah,
Like,
I have to
won't
leave
even
right now.
address it.
Yeah.
She, like, won't even talk about it with the parent, which is, like, I don't know, this poor mom, dude. No one's helping her out. No one's giving her, like, a sign. Like, the people who can see that something's wrong won't tell her. And then everyone else can't see that anything's wrong, and they're not even trying to, like, understand what's going on with her. It's just so brutal, dude.
It's pretty crazy. The filmmaking, just taking this a little bit back to, like, the movie itself, there are a lot of, like, God's view, like, God angles in this movie that, like the two things I noticed kind of, like, cinematography wise were the focus on objects, which I think is so interesting, like, the covetousness. Obviously, objects are very important to this in general, like the matches, the shoes, the metal, like whatever. Even the pigtails are so, like, they're framed with this, like, urgency almost of like don't touch this fucking forbidden object, stop doing it. But then the other thing is these kind of high angles that look like God, and especially I think it's after she tells Rhoda to burn the shoes, maybe. And you see, I think Rhoda's in the foreground and Mrs. Penmark is sitting in the kitchen in the back, and you can kind of see her, like, out of focus. And the camera kind of pulls back and looks down on them. And it is so, I think it's after basically she seals her fate of, like, she's complicit now. And it's so, like, God's fucking judging you right now. You've signed it. The devil has it. Signed, sealed, delivered. Like, it's over.
Yeah. Dude,
And then at the end, when she has the bandages on, she looks like a nun. Which is also so like cute and like
they
redemptive.
Do the close up of her
it's so
face
gauzy,
with the, like, glowy,
yeah, it's awesome. It's so it's really cool. I could not believe how that the gunshot made me jump. Like, I really was really shocked by that.
You think she's gonna go, like, take pills something, right?
Yeah.
Like, something.
Yeah. I kept waiting her
and then it's
to come back out.
Almost immediate.
Yeah. It was creepy.
Yeah.
Especially,
and you're like, oh, I was just gonna say, it's interesting to me that last night, before, like, the night that she does it, she's giving her the pills on the couch, and she's, like, reading to her out there, and it's almost like, I don't know exactly what about that scene, but it's like she doesn't want to, like, taint Rhoda, the, like, wholesome, rosy childhood scene that they usually do where she's reading to her in bed. You know what I mean? It's almost like
she
has to do it in a neutral space, and then she carries her into bed because, I don't know. Yeah, like, I feel like seeing Rhoda fall asleep in her own bed, like, that emotionally, her mom might not have been able to do it because she would have seen her as, like, oh, this little girl that I tuck into bed and read every night. And, like, she does do the bedtime scene out on the couch, but, like, it feels more, I don't know if it is meant to be just, like, more accessible to the mom, you know what I mean? But that was interesting to me as well.
Well, and that's a good point, because the two times we see her reading, the first one, she's reading a story about, like, a knight and a maiden or something, and they're having a picnic and whatever, and she kind of gets choked up thinking about, like, I kind of drew from that she was, like, feeling isolated, she was missing her husband, she felt like, and so she gets choked up during that. And then the second time she's reading this story about a little girl looking for a home with a Christmas tree. And that was so nostalgic and, like, wistful for all of these, like, 50s kind of, whatever signifiers. And so, it adds, like, another layer of, like, fucking devastation. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's also super ironic to me that I don't know if ironic's the right word, but the fact that she did choose to, like, use a gun on herself is the reason why Rhoda was, like, saved, right?
Yeah, true.
Which is just and I guess especially in the play version, it kind of like sticks it to you, like, hey, like, I don't know how to phrase this, but like, oh, like you might think that's the end of it, right? That like you're I don't know, you sort of like ended it all with that, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like not at all, right?
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know.
Well, apparently she
Interesting choice.
she turns the gas on in her apartment in the stage play and then shoots herself.
Oh.
So it's the same idea, but it's not pills.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But
that's my bad. I thought it was still pills, and then like
no, but still, I mean, it's the same
yeah.
principle of like, the irony of, well, if you had done it a little bit more quietly, which
thoroughly,
yeah. But that's just, it's crazy. It made me jump. It made me fucking jump up out of my seat, and like I've watched a lot of horror movies in the last few weeks for the lead up to Halloween. That was one of the more jarring jump scares, more or less.
This is not like a scary movie in terms of like you're not, quaking in your boots. You're not like waiting for the jump scares.
No, it's psychologically
like, psychologically damaging to watch.
Yeah,
but then that is like it feels so final.
Yeah.
In a way that the rest of the movie is not at all. You know what I mean? The rest of the movie is them like working through their psyche, like figuring things out. And then obviously that she's planning something, and she gives the pills to Rhoda and she puts her down, and you're like, okay, well, this is going to end up with someone like finding their bodies or something, but you're not even thinking necessarily about what the mom's going to do to herself.
Yeah.
You just think she's going to take the pills or something. She's going to go take the pills and lay down, and they'll show it the next morning with Monica finding them or something. You're not even considering that. And then the gunshot, and it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
it's also so crazy because like, I mean, like everyone like we talked about, right? Like everyone ignores the mom all throughout the movie, and then like right at the end, even you as the viewer ignore the mom, like with like
that's true.
Like, what would she do after
you're
this,
kind
right?
of not thinking about
It's and same for me. Like didn't even cross my mind. I didn't, because like I was like, oh okay, like that's very sad. I assumed she would like, I don't know, call the police or something afterwards. But yeah, huge shock when you hear the fucking gun go off. Can I also, just because I didn't mention it earlier, can I go over what Rob Lowe does with his end scene?
Yeah, actually, I do want to know. Yeah.
Spoilers for the bad scene from 2018, directed by Rob Lowe.
Yeah.
We'll do that for our 200th episode. We'll do that movie.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
I'm not going to be on that one. I'm not watching that bullshit.
No, that'd be great.
Come on anyway. It doesn't matter. You don't have to watch the movie.
Yeah, you have to. It'd be a good time. He brings his daughter like to their like cottage on like a lake upstate or whatever, right? And then same thing with like pills. He drugs her like hot cocoa, right?
Okay.
And then wakes up groggily to his daughter trying to shoot him. Yeah, it's so unhinged, and like he wakes up and like he's like trying to like fight her
kill
off,
himself
and she's
too, or no? He was just trying to kill her.
No. The daughter was trying to kill him.
Classic dad maneuver.
Yeah. And she was like, oh, and he was like, what? You're alive? And she was like, yeah. I switched the cups, father.
Oh my god! Yeah,
she
that
calls
is
the
for
police
orphan in that way.
Yeah, but she like calls the police, like with like gun in hand, calls the police and is like, my dad tried to kill me, and then spoilers, he ends up being shot by like someone else who comes to like
someone else
to save her. Yeah, and she just
God.
like gets all scot-free at the end of the film. That's like what we're left with.
I was thinking we were going in a similar direction when she's like, okay, I've got the vitamins and I've got the sleeping pills. I'm going to make sure that they're separate. I was so sure that fucking Rhoda was going to be in there going, like being a pharmacist, and that was going to be the twist or something. The finality of it was shocking to me, because I thought that's where we were going if it was not going to be what it looked like on the tin,
Yeah.
So.
Well, the thing that's so interesting about the original to me is that Rhoda, she's killing all these people because she wants things that they have, or she wants to protect herself from them, whatever. Her mom, she just implicitly trusts that she has her mom wrapped around her little finger. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, my mom told me to burn the shoes. My mom's in on it. Like,
Yeah.
My mom can't do anything about it. She's just gonna have to sit back and watch while I do this, and she's gonna clean it up for me. You know what I mean? Like in
Yeah.
her little like 8-year-old brain, she's still thinking,
Yeah.
you know, my mom and dad are king of the world. My dad will never believe that I've done anything wrong. Like
Right.
I've got my dad for life. And my mom knows I did something wrong and she's still covering for me. So I've got her in my back pocket too. And I don't think Rhoda sees it coming.
Totally. Yeah. Well, and it's so refreshing that the mom isn't just like also on board. Like the fact that the mom is like actually pretty forceful with being like, stop, don't you understand you're not going to get away with this forever? Like if this works
Yeah,
now,
she's like,
to
there's
someone
something
Yeah.
wrong
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, she's very
Yeah.
like, grounded in that way. Like, you know, regardless of what she would actually like going to the police or like doing anything to intervene, like her reaction to Rhoda feels very appropriate in that way. And
yeah.
like when
Well,
they're
and she's horrified because it reminds her of her mom,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
She doesn't know it, but like
yeah, she
it's
knows there's
stirring
something
these
off.
same like
Yeah.
feelings of dread. Yeah.
Yeah. The part where they are struggling over the bag of the shoes, that is like
Shoes, yeah.
really fucking intense. Like they are like
Yeah.
the gloves come off, right? That was really
Yeah.
shocking.
You think
The
she's about
shoes are out
to
of the bag.
backhand her kid.
Yeah.
Like I truly like
yeah.
yeah.
Which we should talk about the ending, which apparently is also because so when they came out and they do the bows after or during the credits,
Yeah.
I was like,
I love
Okay.
that.
I thought that was so cute. Chris and I were watching
So
out. We
cute.
were
I
like,
loved it
they
so
should
much.
do this in movies.
Yeah.
more.
Every movie. They should do it in
Yes,
every movie.
I think it's
yes,
so
I thought that
cute.
exact
I
same
love
thing. I was
it.
like, I want this after every single, and I want like, because I want to know that like nobody got hurt. You know, everyone had a good time. I
Yeah.
want to see them up at the screen
Well,
saying
Yeah.
goodbye to me afterwards.
apparently it was a holdover from the play, not just the curtain call, but that
Yeah,
they
it
would
makes
actually
sense.
yeah,
they did the little spanking thing because people were so with the ending being like having a bad ending, right? Like a dark ending.
yeah.
People were so
Yeah.
fucking worked up that they needed the catharsis of seeing the funny,
They needed
lighthearted,
something like hope.
lighthearted child
Yeah.
abuse.
So
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. Which
Yeah.
you know,
They're
but
like, somebody needs to beat that kid's stat.
yeah, yeah.
I can't lie. I can't
Like,
lie.
oh,
and say-
thank God.
I was like, this is the 50s. How did they not like I'm surprised that this didn't go that way from the beginning. Which like
Yeah, there was
yeah.
no-
Yeah.
But it's because they're
They're
wealthy,
wealthy. Yeah.
and white.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's very much that,
Yeah.
like, everyone sees Rhoda as this perfect little girl. Like, you
Right, they
can't
don't wanna
wail
do
on
that.
her. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
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 We want a whale, actually, is what we want.
We
do
want to
wanna wail.
fucking wail on Rhoda. We each get a turn with the stick.
Imagine if Hereditary
The
ended.
stick bloodhound.
Yeah, the stick bloodhound. Those aren't real. I learned those aren't real. They'll still turn blue. They'll still. I know they got the spray, and they'll still turn blue.
Ricky's gonna be this guy for
So
Halloween. Like Ricky's got a new
The tiniest
costume.
little bit.
Yeah, get some
Some
suspenders.
pomade for your hair. You can
Like
do
I
it.
don't have any. Come on.
Yeah, come-
The pomade, but you just slick it down onto
Yeah.
your forehead.
Yeah.
Make it look as greasy
It's a
as
really good
possible.
look. I might do that just like 24/7.
Nah,
Please,
bro,
God.
nah.
Jesus Christ. Do we have anything else to say about The Bad Seed from 1956, directed by
Let
Mervyn
me look at my
Roy?
notes.
This cast, I didn't know
Oh, I
anyone
wrote-
from this cast, like, or the director. I knew nobody.
Same,
Like,
yeah.
I dug into it. I was
Same. Yeah.
like, yeah, they're mostly stage.
I looked some of them
people.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I wrote one I wrote down a egregious / funny quote from Rhoda, which was her talking about Mrs. Daigle, and she just went, if she wants a boy that bad, why doesn't she go down to the orphanage and get one?
Crazy.
Oh yeah.
Fucking nuts.
That
Yeah.
shit was
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Her
I was like, oh my god.
her first back and forth with Leroy when he's like, "Oh, don't you feel bad for that poor little boy who got drowned?"
Why
She's
should I
like,
feel
Why should I
bad?
feel
He's
bad?
dead.
He's the one who drowned.
Yeah.
And like walks away. It's so good.
She's like,
That's
he
so
died, not
great.
me. Stupid bitch
Yeah.
shouldn't have died if he didn't want to be dead. When she describes to her mom how it happened, the way
Mhm.
she's like
It's chilling.
screaming,
Yeah. Yeah.
I hit him with my shoe again. It's like
yeah.
haunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's almost like having like a flashback to it. She's like, you can tell Chris to fuck off. I'll cut it out. I have to listen back to the episode anyway.
No, it's fine.
This is a free-form event. No, she's like having like a fugue state where she's like sitting on the couch, like screaming into like the living room, and the mom is off in the distance.
Yeah.
Like, it is chilling.
And she's like walking around, like constantly picking stuff up.
Yeah.
Which was interesting because to me, like when I was a kid and I would try and lie,
and you try to drown
it was very hard for me. Yeah, when I was trying to get away with drowning kids, it was really hard to like look at my parents when I was lying.
Yeah.
And I feel also like having something to do with my hands to kind of distract from my emotions,
the nervous
about
energy,
or anything like that. Like,
yeah,
I feel like that was very accurate to being an 8-year-old trying to get away with something. You know what I mean?
All like the little girl's performance is unbelievable. All like most of these actresses were nominated for Oscars. This little girl being one of them, which is really cool. Deservedly. She does. Yeah, her physicality is very impressive in those moments. Like you're describing.
The hair, dude.
The hair's crazy. Yeah. That's so crazy. Yeah.
It's so strong. The whole thing.
Yeah, her design. Yeah.
August, you mentioned lying as a child. Do you have any good stories about that? Because I've got one. If you'd like to hear.
I don't have any good stories. All of mine are extremely depressing.
Oh,
like
okay.
not good stuff.
I have a couple of pretty depressing ones, but I found one in the memory banks that's like, you know, for good company.
Yeah, share it. Share it.
When I was a kid, every so often, like once a month or something, like my mom would take me to Target and be like, "Hey, you got $20?" I was a smart kid, you know, so I could figure out, like, I could put the numbers together, you know, stay within budget. I saw this watch that I really liked. And it was much more than $20. So me as a child was like, well, I'm just going to take it and like get my other stuff as well.
Classic.
And I just put it right into my pocket.
Hell yeah.
And they gave us like this the security footage from it as well. And it's so funny because I'm walking out.
So funny.
I'm like 5 at the time too, so I'm tiny. There's no way I can fit anything in my pocket and have it not look ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like bulging out of the side of my pocket because like it was in a coat pocket, right? Because it was like during the winter time. So it's literally just like because it was in like one of those like big plastic
the big
containers. Like it is huge. Yeah. And like as a kid, I was like, I'll just figure out a way to open it later. I just don't care, right? Like I will get it open. This is my stuff.
Like, it's mine. My watch.
Yeah. Just walked right out with it. You know, nothing happened. I only got caught because didn't have access to scissors at home, you know.
You're like, Mom, can you open this?
Oh my God.
No. I knew I couldn't show it to my mother because I think I asked her for it and like
and she was like,
she had
no,
said
that's
no
too
because
expensive.
it cost too much. Yeah.
Classic.
Which is why I had taken it. So I
What kind of watch was this?
How are you going to even wear the watch?
Yeah, you're 5.
I don't know.
Like...
It was it was not a very expensive. It was like I was about to say, I think it was like a Spider-Man watch, but it was like $40 or something. It was like significantly more than like 20, but it was like still like not. It wasn't like a Rolex or anything like that, right? But it was like in like
you wouldn't be here
the
right
Walmart like watch section, you know? Yeah. I jammed it open, like the outer like security plastic bit that you're supposed to get off with a magnet. Got that with a butter knife, which I was real proud of myself about. You know, I was really like whacking it, and you know, I got it. I was like, great, but it still had like an inner lining that was like tied to it with zip ties. Had to bring that into school, right?
Oh my!
Cut it off at
God.
school. And they were like, oh, like why are you doing that? I was like, oh, I didn't have scissors at home, and they're like,
you do.
That's weird. And so when my mom came, like I was wearing the watch too. Like so when my mom came to pick me up, they were like, oh, like they were like, hey, just so you know, he like was like opening a watch earlier. Like maybe not a big deal. Was just wondering what's up with that. He said he doesn't have scissors at home. Kid. And like my mom asked me about it, and I was immediately like, oh yeah, like I took it. Like I wanted the watch, so I took it. Like.
So she made you go back?
That was when I learned.
And take it back?
Yeah, she made me go back. We talked to the security guards, like gave it back and everything, yada yada. And they were really good sports about it too, because they're like, oh, like when were you here? They like pulled it up, and then they pulled up the security footage. They're like, hey, look at that! They showed it to us. I think they printed it out and like gave it to us. And
that's so funny.
I don't know how long we kept that, but yeah. So then like my mom held that above me for the rest of my life, and I could never open up about her about anything. and so by the time it got to the point that I like wanted to lie about things, because that wasn't even a lie to me. That was just life, you know. I get what I want, right?
Just doing it.
Yeah,
real Rhoda over here.
yeah,
He gets what he wants.
Call me Rhoda. I'm not gonna. But either way, it's a road to oblivion. So yeah, by the time like I was finally like, oh, like shit, I can lie and like do things and like it just doesn't matter anymore. Which I guess was when I was like 12. Like at that point, I already knew to like stay emotionally cut off during it. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
I also have a shoplifting story. Mine isn't nearly as it doesn't have as many twists and turns, but I remember around Christmas time, it was also Target, I'm pretty sure. I took a bunch of gift cards and I was like, oh, I'll give these out as gifts. Yeah, and then I like went and my mom found them,
funny.
you know, like in my pocket, and she's like, "What are you gonna do with these?" And I was like, "Well, I was gonna give them out as gifts." She's like, "Where'd you get these?" I was like, "Well, I took them off the shelf." She's like, "They're not active, dumbass. Like you don't do anything with them."
So fucking
I didn't even get a cool
not
watch.
Mad that you took them.
Yeah.
Mad
Your
that,
mom's
they're
like,
not
"You're not
active
even
yet."
good at
Like,
stealing.
this is dog shit. It's useless.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so crazy. Yeah.
That's funny. Man. I also have a childhood shoplifting story.
yeah.
I don't remember the store, but it could have been Target because my mom took us
Let's
to
go.
that was
Easy
like
Target,
the
you know?
store. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I stole. I have no recollection of what it was. But it was in one of those packages where it's like the cardboard on the back and then like the plastic and you like rip
Yeah.
you know what I mean with the pouch.
Yeah.
I remember that. And I think I asked my mom, I said like I wanted it and she said no, and I tucked it in like the waistband of my pants and put my shirt over it.
Cool.
And then I walked out of the
Good technique.
store with my
Classic.
arms crossed.
Oh, nice.
And my mom was like, "Why are you walking like that?" And I specifically remember the lie I used because in the elementary school that I was at the time, we had to line up to go from class to class because we had we did this for like gym or lunch or whatever, you know, we had to line up and we were supposed to stand like this. And I was like, yeah, I'm just like practicing my class walk. And my mom was like, horseshit, like what's in your shirt? And we brought it back. And the guy at the register, who I was so scared of at the time, but looking back now is probably a fucking 17-year-old. Like, didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He was like, my mom was like, "We're bringing this back. I'm sorry, like my kid stole this." And he was like, "Oh, that's fine," and just like put it in the like returned items pile or whatever. And then we leave, and my mom was like, "You know, I have to tell your dad," and that was like the scariest shit ever. But also, my mom worked in the school district, and so she was friends with multiple police officers, like the cops that worked, you know, like the police liaison in high schools and stuff. And she was like, "You know, I'm going to have to tell like whatever his name was." And my parents actually got the chief of police
to come and scare you straight.
Shit on me.
Bro.
Yeah. To be
That's
like,
crazy.
"You're going to be a punk. Nothing good happens to punks."
You're a
And then I
bad
also got
seed.
locked in my
Literally,
I got locked in my room for 2 days and wasn't allowed to come out except to go to the bathroom with an escort. And they brought my food into me on like a paper plate, like I was a prisoner, and I wasn't allowed to talk to. Liesel wasn't allowed to talk to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Jesus.
now
Shout
did
out
that stop
Liesl.
me from shoplifting in high school? No.
No. Right. Yeah. No.
They've got like the school lunch trays. You've got like the milk in
Literally,
the carton too.
yeah, dude. Like, well, not the
Little
milk carton,
applesauce.
but
All right.
like,
Since we're getting into the child abuse circle here that we have, I might cut this
Yeah,
one. But
yeah. Throw your hat in the ring. Yeah.
This reminded me the scared straight of it all. One time, my dad, who occasionally worked from home, we had a basement in our house. This was when I was in Michigan, and he had like texted me or called me or asked me to print something from his computer. I was like maybe 12 or 13. And I did the thing fine. Like it was a laptop in the basement. And I was like, basement, computer with internet access. I'm alone. I'm going to rub one out. And so I like searched
Yeah.
porn stories in Google. That was the exact search that I used because I was 12.
I'm sorry, what was it?
Porn stories. I was a man of taste.
Oh,
Yeah.
stories.
So, yeah.
I thought you said porn stores.
Yeah, that too.
Like you were gonna try and
I'm gonna
buy
hike over.
It's like super high agency,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
porn stores, taxis. Like, okay,
Near
let's
me.
see what we can get cooking.
Google Maps.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
I did my thing. And I like went on my day, and then I think it was either the next day or maybe even the same night. My mom, I was like sitting in my living room. My mom got this call. Have I told you the story, August? Do you know this story?
I don't think
That's
so.
crazy. I was
don't
so
think
ashamed I could not tell you about this. This is so funny.
Yeah, probably.
My mom like got this like urgent, like scary sounding phone call from my dad. Like I could tell she was talking to my dad. And she like hung up and she, she's like, your dad's on his way home. It's not good. Something happened at work. And I was like, oh. And she's like, did you do anything on his computer? And I was like,
no.
No,
Oh my God.
lying. And
Obviously,
yeah,
no.
yeah. And so he comes home and he's like on the phone and he's like, talking to his boss, whatever. He's like, having a conversation, like really like, like I don't know, it wasn't me, like that kind of thing. And, he goes into the basement, does whatever, and then he comes back upstairs and they sit me down at the dinner table and they're like, we know you did this. Like, just admit it. What did you do this? Your dad's in a lot of trouble, like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like fucking crying. I'm like freaking out, like, oh my God, my dad
It's
lost his job.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lied. They faked it. My dad didn't get in trouble at all at work. He was completely full of shit.
My
It was- he was-
bullshit.
they
You
just
just
say
saw like the
orchestrated the
search
whole
history
thing.
or something?
Yeah, he saw his search history and like said something to,
Oh
my
my
mom and like orchestrated the
Dunk
whole
that
thing.
guy's fucking head in the toilet and flush it, bro. Give him a
Dude.
swirly right goddamn now.
Yeah, I was
Dude.
like, I was like convinced that my family was destitute. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I think about that now and I'm like,
Jeez.
Bro.
damn, what a way to tell your kid not to like to be scared straight. Like what
Yeah.
the fuck? Yeah.
Dude, that's
So
actually fucked.
insane.
Yeah.
I have to say,
Yeah.
when I was in probably like 8th grade, we had a home computer, but my mom had gotten a literal Trojan horse on the home computer because she
Cool.
was downloading PopCap game demos from
Hell
shady
yeah.
sources.
Hell
Because
yeah.
when you download them, they only let you play like a half an hour. And if you
Mhm.
re-download it from the website, it's like, I know you already played that half an hour. So she would anyway. So she completely bricked our home computer. Like it was unusable. My aunt had to wipe the entire hard drive and everything, which I
Nice.
still think is the funniest shit ever. Peak moment. But then so I had to use my mom's laptop. It wasn't a work laptop. But yeah, obviously I was reading erotica at like 12 or 13 because I
right.
didn't want to look at porn. Porn's
Right.
gross.
Yeah.
So like
Truth.
and I think I must have like left it open on the laptop and fell asleep, like closed it, fell asleep thinking to myself, I'll clean everything out in the morning before my mom wakes up. And I didn't. And she found it. And I have no idea what I was reading or anything. And my mom was just like, what is this? And I am 99% certain I told my mom that you sent it to me as a joke. Lane. Like I blamed you.
That's fine.
Because
I've
you-
heard
You
versions
sent
of
me
this all the
so
time.
much fucked up shit. You've sent me so much
That's
fucked
fair.
up shit when
That's
we were
fair.
in middle school
Even if
that I was
didn't
like,
do
I
it-
mean, they're
yeah,
gonna believe it.
yeah.
They're
I
definitely gonna
have
believe
heard-
Lane sent me this.
I have heard so many versions of that story from different people being like, I blamed
Yeah.
you. Like my parents
Yeah.
knew it was you.
Yeah. That's the only one, but it's still so funny
Yeah.
to me. I was like, oh, Lane sent it to me as a gross joke. And my parents were like, you know what?
Probably.
That's believable.
Yeah.
From what we know
Yeah.
of Lane, that's believable. So my
That
dad
tracks,
still
that
tells
tracks.
Yeah, my dad still tells a story of finding us coming home one day because my dad, Ricky, you don't know this, but my dad has his own business and he works from home. He has like a home office and he would be gone like going to UPS or whatever. And me and Lane were at our house. It was in middle school. It was for science. Do you remember when we had to make the
On the
egg?
roof? Yeah.
We had to like yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad
On the
goes
sunroof?
Yeah.
no,
it's sunny on the
no.
roof?
I was trying to push August off to get their lovebirds, actually. Is what I was saying.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't even know how we got up there, but my dad still tells the story of coming home from like being at UPS and just seeing me and Lane standing precariously on the roof, just throwing shit off.
Yeah,
And
fuck yeah.
so the front of our house looks like a ranch, but the back of my dad's house, it's like 2 stories up from the ground. The basement has a door that leads out to the backyard. So it's like
High.
20,
It's up there.
30
Yeah.
feet up. Yeah. And we're just standing on the roof, like
Hell yeah.
throwing shit off. And my dad comes home and it's just like, well, this is a fucking liability. Like, I was like, we have to get up there before my dad comes home. And he has to stop us
We
once
need
we're
to get up
there.
on that roof before my dad comes home.
Wolfgang did
Immediately.
not care what we did though.
No.
Let's be. We could do
Yeah.
anything. We filmed all of our like stupid movies and stuff
Yeah.
at my dad did not give a fuck.
I'm gonna have to bleep your parents' names now that you've named them both by name. I feel like I should probably bleep
Oh, yeah.
one. I'll bleep,
Fair
I'll
enough.
bleep.
Bleep
Yeah.
bleep my mom's.
Yeah.
Bleep my dad's in.
Yeah.
Wolfgang is a funny
Wolfgang's
name.
a good name. We'll
They're both
yeah.
good names though, both icons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Nega icons. Okay, do we have anything else to say about The Bad Seed from 1956, directed by Mervyn LeRoy? No? Okay. Good
Yeah.
movie. Great pick, August. Thank you for this is definitely a
Thank
Yeah.
this
you.
this is a 5-star banger.
Thank you.
So
Thank you for
Um,
watching it. It makes me really happy that I can talk about this with someone that I didn't spend every single year of my life growing
Yeah.
up with.
yeah, this is a great fucking movie.
Thank you for picking the Bad Seed 1956 and not the Bad Seed 2018
Yeah,
and
see,
not
the
Bad
thing-
Seed 2000.
The thing that you will learn about me someday, Ricky, is that I have taste.
The Thing?
True. Well,
Wait, The Thing?
keep in mind also that I was like I have a high enough opinion of you that in watching the other movies I was like,
Man.
Like, there's got to be
This shit,
something
right?
redeeming. Yeah,
yes, yeah. And the entire time I'm like, no, keep an open mind. Like,
that's so funny.
the whole time I
You
had
just
to keep going,
torture
like,
yourself.
yeah, and I'm like, there's got to be like something of artistic merit here for sure, right? And I was like, I hope, I was like, dude, like, I really hope it's the 56 because that
Yeah.
was like,
Good
that was the
movie.
best of the 3. You
Yeah.
know, yeah, it's the only good. Honestly, the low version, for as bad as it is, like watching it next to Bad Seed 2000, I was like, damn, I guess any movie can be
Yeah,
good.
at least it wasn't that
relative
one.
to this. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Classic thing for me to do. We're going to play a little game.
God.
Let's play a little
so-
game.
You want to play a little game?
I have sent a picture of 11 movie posters to Ricky and August. Now, August will everyone will recognize this. I'll put a link in the show notes. But these are 11 movies that August, who is not quite a cinephile, probably watches more movies than Ricky, but less than someone who says they watch a lot of movies, somewhere in that normal range.
True.
I asked you
True.
to name 11
I'm very
movies.
specific about my movies.
That's fair. Not everybody can watch 2,000 movies of just bullshit the way that some of us can. So, just
Lane call out.
yeah, literally. It's been bad. Honestly, the Hooptober Halloween lead up this year, I was like, I'm gonna watch 100 movies. That was a choice. I'm watching shit I have no business watching.
Yeah.
So I asked August to pick 11 movies from our podcast history that they are familiar with, enough to kind of talk about or that they recognize a little bit.
I'm
So I've-
regretting.
No, don't. Don't worry. This is not a fun game. This is not a game that requires skill. This is going to be stupid.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
no,
oh,
I'm
it's
okay
not a
with
fun
that.
game? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Thank Christ. I was worried.
Sure. We can always pivot to the game that Priya invented, which is, do you think this character is gay or straight or homophobic? But
I really like that one.
that was a great game. I'm not prepared for that, though. What I did prepare is I've sent you these 11 movie posters, and we're returning to a classic a type of game that we've played on this podcast before, Ricky, which is guess the film based on the Letterboxd theme. So in the past, if you remember, we'd have the list of movies, and then Letterboxd, August and listeners, watchers, if you don't know, assigns to each movie like a list of themes, and then actually a list of nano genres, which are, from what I can tell, the themes are like very high level, like humanity and the world around us, or poetic and passionate drama, But then
yeah.
these nano genres seem to be, which is what I've honed in on this time. These are like, I think, just groups of 3 words that show up the most in reviews.
Okay.
So, for example,
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
so for example, and so we're gonna play this. I think this will just be like a buzz-in kind of thing. I'm gonna give you a nano genre, as Letterboxd calls it, and then for 3 points if you get it from the first nano genre, 2 points from the second, and then 1
Oh,
point if you
man.
get it with all 3. So no pressure here. This is not really a competition. This is just for funsies. But for example, for the bad seed,
Okay.
the first one might be murderer, tense, creepy. The second nano genre, murderer, criminal, intense. And then for 1 point, weird, evil, screaming. So you kind of have hamstrung yourself a little bit, August, in picking mostly
lot of
horror
murder.
movies.
Lot of murder on this one.
Yeah, yeah.
You were
Um,
fucking excited about that, too.
I am.
you
I
bastard.
am. Go ahead, Ricky.
So since I'm going to make this competitive, you said buzz in. Are we going every time? Like, do we in?
I think you should
or-
each pick a sound effect. I think, and then you have to stick to this. So it can
Okay.
be like a buzzer sound, but you have to do. But it can be whatever sound.
I know what mine is.
Okay. All right.
I know what
Let's hear
mine
it.
is.
Okay. No.
Boyoing.
Oh, that works too.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Boy.
Yeah.
That's cool. What's yours, Ricky? So I know for the watchers. Just a
Oh, God.
just a classic buzz. Okay.
Just a yep.
Cool. So it'll be one of those 11 movies that I shared on the screen here. And just for the watchers at home, the movies in order of our coverage are The Thing, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Manhunter, Speed Racer, Good Will Hunting, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, Hereditary, Longlegs, Midsommar, Paranorman, and The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So we got I gotta say, this does say a lot about you, August. I mean, it says a lot about our podcast too.
Yeah,
but
no, it literally does. This is like who I am as a person.
that's great.
Is it that you and us as well for having watched these both have great taste?
It's true.
Is that what this says?
Yeah,
Clearly.
definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Clearly,
Mhm.
I
All right.
do have great taste.
Are you guys ready for your first one?
Yeah.
Okay. The first is scary, tense, cliche. Go ahead.
Paranorman?
No. August, do you have a guess?
Okay.
Or would you want to? Do you want to hear for
Um,
2 points instead?
Long legs. Long
No.
legs.
That is not it. Good
Okay.
guess though. For 2
Okay.
points, gory thrills haunted.
Boyoing.
I heard
Hereditary?
a boyoing first.
Oh, well.
August
My bad.
for 2 points.
Well, I wasn't gonna say hereditary, but it sounds like he might be right. I was gonna say Texas Chainsaw.
It's your call.
That was the other one I was thinking.
Texas Chainsaw.
It's not. Ricky, for 2 points, do you want to guess?
Yeah, I thought so.
What?
Is your guess hereditary?
I mean, I'm not going to change my answer because I already said it beforehand. Yeah, I'm not changing it after.
You're an honest man and an honest man with 2 points. So it was hereditary. The third was
There you go. Good
creepy-
job.
creepy spirits spirit. Really great keyword.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the creepy spirits.
Yeah, right. All right. Next up, we've got Planet Future Technology.
Boyoing.
Yes, Boyoung.
Nausicaa.
Ding, ding,
Nausicaa.
ding. It is Nausicaa. The others were
big.
Ayo.
Swords, Mythology, Fantasy, and Action, Epic, Emotion. So, good
Okay.
call. Good call. Good call.
I
Eventually,
actually feel like the first ones were the most descriptive.
yeah, right. I tried to like kind of jigger them a little bit so that they were like more descriptive as we went on, but we'll
Yeah.
get there. We'll see. All right. For 3 points, space extraterrestrial humans.
The boyoing.
Oh.
Boyoing.
The Thing.
It is The Thing. Which, to put extraterrestrial and humans, like, did humans really show up? Like,
Yeah, like back to that.
like, are people like, oh, I love the humans in this movie? Like, in the review.
The thing is like typing. I very much so love the humans in this movie. Would I be able to meet them somewhere?
Can you give me their coordinates? Do they have a dog?
yeah. Yeah.
All right. Next up for 3 points, we've got eerie, bloody, horrifying. Yes.
I'll say Texas Chainsaw for this one.
It is not. August for 3 points. You got to guess.
Boyoing.
Yeah.
Long legs.
It is not. Believe it or not. So for
Shit.
2 points, have we got blood, shock, and gross?
I'll do Midsommar.
It is
Is that
Midsommar.
it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
The-
what I was thinking too.
I was thinking it was
Nice.
that or Manhunter. And
Yeah.
I was like, well,
Yeah.
you know what? One or the other. Yeah.
The third
I was like
one,
trying to think of what's gross on here.
Yeah, the third one was creepy graphic screaming, and I thought screaming was good. There's a lot of screaming in Midsommar, so
Yeah.
that's where I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Although
That's true.
not the screamingest.
Same with
movie.
Hereditary.
Yeah.
I think maybe on this list, those two are the screamiest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
Well, except Texas Chainsaw, which is, if you remember,
Well, that
all screaming
is-
for the last
yeah.
30 minutes.
Texas
Yeah.
Chainsaw yeah.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that fucking movie though.
Do you really? You should fucking talk to Nick.
The OG.
Shout out Nick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the screaming.
Yeah, we had a tough.
Nick.
Nick is our the person who was on the episode with us when we did Texas Chainsaw.
Oh,
He kept us
gotcha.
on for fucking 2.5 hours, being like, "Don't you guys love this fucking movie?" And we were like, "No, let
That's
us go
so
home."
funny.
Yeah,
It's not. Let me be clear. Like, it's not good, but it's
Oh.
iconic
yeah,
and like. Anyway, I love
I
it.
totally believe it. Like, very iconic movie. But like watching it first time through, I don't know. I was like,
tough. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
A really good kitchen,
It's
though.
trash, but like
got some
yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
A well-designed kitchen. A good kitchen.
Real.
Yeah. Okay, how about weird for 3 points? Weird dream journey. Weird dream journey.
boy on.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, I heard an eh.
yeah, Ricky got it first.
Eternal Sunshine.
Yes, that is
Oh,
right. Which
Yeah.
weird, disturbing, intriguing was number 2, and then tearjerker, storytelling, complicated. So So
I
it
don't even
goes.
think that movie's that disturbing per se. Like,
Yeah, it kind that
No.
was my problem with the movie when we
Mm.
reviewed it fucking 100 episodes ago, was that it was kind of like a missed execution on the premise of being disturbing. Like, it could be disturbing.
It's like
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
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 It's not that good of a movie. I don't know. It's fine.
it's
Yeah.
fun, but
Yeah.
no.
It's definitely it's a bro movie. I think August and I both agree. There's bros in that. Yeah. Okay, how about killer terror guessing for 3 points?
Boyoing.
Oh, that was a tie. That was a quick draw. Give me another. I don't know what to do in this situation.
August can go. It's fine. August can go. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say long legs.
It is long legs. Was that your guess too?
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna be wrong anyway. I was gonna be
Oh,
Manhunter
Manhunter?
for guessing.
Guessing is tough.
Ah.
Guessing
Yeah.
had the
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The next was spooky, guessing, horrific, and frightened psychopath shock. So psychopath, yeah, but oh no, those were the rest for
Yeah.
long legs, not. For long legs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just reading them all. Yeah,
Ricky's
go
like,
ahead.
this one's gonna be Manhunter for sure.
Well, it could still be Chainsaw. But,
How about amusing, cool spirit?
Eh.
Oh,
Yes.
Speed Racer.
No, August, go ahead.
oh
Oh.
boyoing, Paranorman.
Yeah, that's Paranorman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are we counting the points?
Oh, I am.
I haven't
Yeah.
been
You are
counting.
at 12.
Oh, okay.
I am at 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're at.
I'm the only bitch who doesn't know how to count.
Yeah, that's okay. You're not keeping track, so.
No.
How about scary murder psychotic?
Boyoing.
Go ahead. August.
Who?
Who?
Yeah, I heard the
Oh,
boyoing first.
Manhunter.
It is Manhunter.
Manhunter.
Yeah. Next was murderer, gruesome, eerie, and detective climax intriguing. So, climax intriguing, detective. Those were fun. Great
Yeah,
climax
those
in
are-
that movie. Yeah. Next is tense explosive bullets for 3 points.
Bullets?
Yeah.
Which one of these?
I
Wait, aren't
guess
there only 2 left?
Speed Racer?
So
there's 3. We have Speed Racer, Good Will Hunting, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, we haven't actually done Texas Chainsaw
yeah,
Massacre yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
sorry.
still been a while.
tense
ago.
explosive
I honestly have no
bullets.
idea what that one's describing.
I'm saying Speed Racer for it.
Speed Racer's
Is that
right.
Speed Racer?
I'm guessing that it's because
Nice.
people are saying like bullet fast, like it's fast, like or maybe comparing it to bullet
yeah,
time.
that might
Because
make,
of the
yeah, that
Wachowskis?
makes sense.
Because I sat here
it
like,
also,
what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like bullets.
it reminded me of like Bullet Point. I was thinking maybe it was like because like they sort of like really like get through the like da da da. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
like this
like
is
rapid
happening
fire.
for like
Maybe.
It is
yeah some of the like
fast-paced,
montage
yeah.
scenes,
Yeah.
you know. But like
Yeah.
montage is a better word to use than bullet points. So I don't know.
Yeah.
right?
That's weird.
Well, and the others for those were driving chases action packed and cars crashes adrenaline. So,
yeah, just like all
yeah.
gibbies like right away.
Yeah.
You were like,
Yeah.
we have to put the one without car in it first.
Yeah.
Which I'm now realizing I should have ended with 2 movies from the same genre because now we've got emotional
Yeah, like
reality
2 horror
overcome.
movies.
Boing.
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
It is Good Will Hunting.
And
yes,
then like
yes.
just and then like I'm pre-buzzing the next
He didn't even get his name called.
Yeah, come on. You can't
That's
do
true.
that.
That's
Yeah.
true. My bad. My
Um,
bad. Yeah.
But the
You should
last
give me
one...
the points now.
Okay, I will. Yeah. I'm pretty
No,
sure this was an
don't do
August sweep.
yeah.
It was an August sweep
It
anyway.
was, yeah.
But yeah, Texas Chainsaw.
For the
or-
Texas Chainsaw,
yeah, it's eerie,
what were the?
bizarre.
I just want to
creep.
know.
Yeah, eerie, bizarre, creep, scary,
Ah.
murder,
Okay.
psychotic, and frightened, grisly, nasty.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
that's fair.
I didn't
Yeah.
even see a bear in the movie. How could it have been grizzly?
hmm yeah, Good Will Hunting.
He's so
is-
funny.
Good Will Hunting was emotional, reality overcome, cry, sadness, joy, and tearjerker, intellectual, inspiring, which pissed me off. I was just I was mad about that
Intellectual,
one.
bro.
Yeah, shut the fuck
Fucking
up.
intellectual. Suck
Oh,
my dick.
I bet that's your contention. You saw Good Will Hunting last week, and next week you're gonna watch a good movie, and then suddenly you'll think that that's the best movie ever made, and you'll think that's an intellectual thriller, huh?
Exactly. Getting real Good Will Hunting vibes from this movie. But when I wanted to
Guy
do
who's
the
only ever seen Good Will Hunting.
yeah, the nano genres are fun, but yeah, like because when I looked up for the whatever the themes that Letterboxd does, they were all like let me see if I can find the exact. It was like horror, undead, monster classics. Like was every single one of them. So I was like, well, I can't do this. This isn't a game. This is just all the
August,
same.
can I say the last time we played this game, Lane for like 12 of them picked the same first ones, and it's like
I can
like,
show you the exact
people
yeah.
like stories like
That's so funny.
interactions and I'm like
Interactions.
I'm like that's like every movie on the screen right now.
yeah.
It was like humanity in the world around us, and then
Yeah.
powerful stories of heartbreak and suffering were the two, and moving
Oh
relationship
my
I'm like-
stories.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going through the movies and
You're
it's,
like, isn't
it's
that
like my
why we
fourth or
watch
fifth pick.
movies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You mean like
yeah,
art
yeah.
in general? Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Anyway, thank you for playing. Thank you for indulging in the little game. Next time that you come on, August, you
Thanks
have
for
to,
making a game for us.
you're welcome. You have to
Yeah.
watch some more movies so we can have maybe a more diverse range of
Okay.
Genres.
Yeah, well,
yeah, or not,
Uh,
whatever.
fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe I'll just make you do all Ghibli shit next time.
That'd be fine.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh, I should have looked up every episode of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and then we could have tagged each episode individually with a nano genre, and that would have been
Oh
great.
my
That would have been
God.
Oh
really
my
that
god,
sounds
that makes so much
torturous.
sense. We should have done that with the game with Priya. That would have been perfect.
That would have been so.
That would
bad.
not
Instead
have
of
taken
gay,
4
straight,
hours.
homophobic.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
I
just
wa-
random anime characters. Which is
I
pretty
want to
fun.
play. I want to play gay, straight, homophobic next time.
Wait. Okay,
Hell yeah.
gay, straight, homophobic. Rhoda, the little girl from Orphan, and Mithrigan. Like Megan. Mithrigan Megan.
I've never even seen that one. I don't know.
She's the
what that one
robot.
is.
She's a
I
little.
don't know the middle one.
Mithrigan.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about because I can picture the
three.
title, but I don't know
Yeah.
anything about those movies.
She's cunty, yeah. And then Orphan is the one with the black hair. She's from like 2012, maybe, or 2010. I feel like Rhoda's homophobic.
I would say Rhoda's a homophobic one,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Orphan's probably gay, and well, I don't know,
Fair
actually.
enough.
Yeah.
Doesn't she break her own arm so she can get attention from the dad or something?
Maybe. I haven't seen that movie.
She like puts her arm in a vice grip
to
break it, and then she like accuses the adoptive mom of like breaking her arm.
That's cool. Good for her. I like that she's like, I saw what Rhoda was doing, and I wanna expand on this.
She's a
piece of that pie.
Yeah.
She walks so I could run.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say without knowing anything about Megan, Rhoda's homophobic, Orphan is straight, Megan is gay.
Megan's gay.
So I've
That's the only
seen
one that's
Megan.
left.
I would say Megan is closer to non-binary. She's a robot, even though she speaks and talks in binary.
Fair enough.
She's very gay ally. Like she's very like pandering to like gay people on the internet.
I see.
Which makes me think straight. Whereas the orphan girl, I think that like her haircut is closer to like gay, like a gay woman. She's got like she's got kind of a bob, with the bows. Like I feel like that's very like Tumblr bisexual.
Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Ricky.
We all know 100% that Rhoda's homophobic.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. There's no fucking shot.
Yeah. Nothing's been more true.
Unquestionably.
Like, yeah.
Ricky, next week in We Want a Whale is a Rick's pick.
It is. It's Good Boy, released in 2025 by
I thought you had it.
a director.
I thought you had it pulled
So
up.
close.
No.
Close.
No.
I'm gonna watch this movie soon so I can listen to your episode on it.
Hell
Really?
yeah. In fact, all of the
Nice.
watchers should follow
The
in your
movies.
steps and do the same.
Yeah.
It's by
Ben Leonberg.
Ben Leonberg
Yeah, okay. You got there. I wasn't
in
sure.
his directorial debut.
Yeah,
Co-written by him and Alex Cannon.
true.
No, that is.
I don't think that any of these people are famous. I don't think I know one name from the cast. I recognize one person. So it'll be interesting. This is our second new release in like a month that we're going to be watching, which is pretty unprecedented.
Yeah,
for
it's
us.
pretty fun.
And we're going to have to watch Begonia in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks too. So we're going to be new releasing it out. Ricky's never been to the movies this frequently in his life.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I saw a movie this year in the theater for the first time in like a gajillion years.
What movie?
Let's go.
It was the superhero
Superman?
with the dog.
Yeah,
Superman.
fuck yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
My brain is
The
so-
superhero. What if the movie was called Superhero? It's just that movie's great.
It was some sort of Superman, and he
Yeah.
had a dog.
Yeah, he's like this guy. He's pretty super.
Yeah.
Dog's
His
name was
dog's also pretty
Crypto,
super.
and that was like a play on
Yeah.
his home planet, and also his weakness. I don't know.
It's actually a play
Lot
on
going on.
cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Get it
Oh,
right,
true.
Ricky.
You're right. My bad.
Get
You're
it right.
You're right.
Supergirl's actually super into crypto.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
Yeah, it's actually super invested in FTX.
I was like, this fucking stupid movie. I can't believe this Superman. They're making another Superman movie. And then I watched it and I saw Nicholas Hoult and I was like, oh, I love Superman. I love superheroes so much.
You
This
were
movie's
like,
so fucking
God, is this
You were
really
like,
the
I
only
love
Superman movie they
superhero
have out
movies.
this year? That's crazy.
good. They got more of this guy in the back. Yeah. I like the Superman guy too.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Superman's he's cooking in that movie. He's a star. I think he's
He's
pretty
great.
good.
Yeah, I think he does really well with it.
You saw
what they're going
that?
for there is like ideal Superman. I didn't see it. I saw the
Okay.
trailers for it. Looked really good, and
I saw the
I did-
trailers.
I mean, you know about the Plex server, right? Which you can cut. I don't care either way. But yeah, it's up on there now.
Okay, yeah, I'll cut that out. I won't, but
If you want, it's up to you.
but
Ricky,
give
what
me the
color? Ricky, what
Hmm?
color are your eyes?
Brown.
Okay, yeah. I hate men with blue eyes, so I can't relate to being
Yeah.
attracted to
I
like
like that
anyone
you-
in that movie.
I really
Freaks me
like
out.
that you
Yeah.
asked as if you wouldn't have said it, even if Ricky did have blue.
No, I still would have said it, but I would have been like, besides you.
Yeah, right.
Well, no, you could have said like especially me,
Yeah,
right? You're like, actually, I hate all men with blue eyes and Ricky, by the way.
100% Ricky
I-
too, by
Make
the
sure
way.
we catch it
Yeah.
in the basket.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, next week, Good Boy. I'm surprised this movie. We'll talk about this. I don't want to talk about it too much, because that's what the episode is for. But this will be an interesting one for us. Another high concept movie in our We Want a Whale series. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh yeah. I have a lot of high concepts.
okay, August, thank you for being here. Do you have anything you want to plug? I always ask this because that's what
Thanks
you do.
for having me.
You do with guests.
Do I want to plug?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do ask that on podcasts.
Yeah.
I don't have. I would love to plug the concept of making soup. I think everyone should be doing it more.
Shout out soup
like,
making.
Shout out
Shout
to
I
out
make-
soup. in
I
general.
make soup at least once a month, and usually twice a month, and it's so
Shout out
good, and
monthly soup.
it
Yeah.
fuels my spirit, and I've got it tattooed permanently on my body.
That's true. You
I
do have
love
a sick
soup.
ass soup.
I
I
think everyone
Yeah.
should be eating more soup, and that's my plug.
Fuck yeah.
I'm
It's
the
super
soup
cool.
sponsored by Big Soup.
Like a couple months ago, we watched Rebecca, and I watched the like Orson Welles radio play of that show or that play, and it was sponsored by Campbell's, and so in the middle of it, they'd be like, "By the way,
Oh yeah, baby.
we love soup. Canned soup is so good for the family. It
Yeah,
was so
piping
fucking
hot
funny.
can of soup while you watch this movie.
Yeah, it was really
Fuck
good.
yeah.
But
I love that.
It's like right the scene right when she's like telling Rebecca to jump out the window.
Yeah.
Like immediately
she's
afterwards,
like, but
they're
also
like-
drink this soup.
yeah. And she like turns to the camera and she's like, and you know when you should do that? Right after you finish your nice hearty
God.
chicken Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
All right, I'll end with Rhoda's frantic piano playing. Maybe I'll just loop it over the last like 5 minutes of us
Oh my
talking.
God.
Just freak people
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. I actually think you have me talking about soup while it's like building up.
Yeah.
I'll be screaming in the background
Okay.
about a man on fire. Yeah, it'll be great.
The like muffled. You have to like.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're over 2 hours. I'm ending. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck.